Welcome back, everybody, to the Average Overlanders podcast. I am Jared.
And I'm Ben.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
We've been away for a minute. No.
Yeah, been out in the bush.
Yeah.
Hiding. Hiding like Biden.
I think he is now. Shit.
Oh, he came out on The View.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He said some words.
He mumbled some shit. Yeah.
Anyways, we don't get political.
Anyways,
on the
not at all.
podcast.
Not at all.
No, not at all.
We are I'm enjoying a beverage.
What are you drinking over there?
Okay,
It looks
so
fancy.
My dad got me these beers. He just gave me like a variety pack of beers. He likes beers. This is...
He's a normal dude, is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, he's a man. Samuel Smith's Organic Chocolate Stout. So it's healthy for me because it's organic.
And it's chocolate, but it's not really
So it's kind of like a
chocolate.
desserty kind of beer.
Is it, though?
I mean, it's chocolate.
Have you tried it?
No, I just popped the top.
All right, take a swig. I want to know.
I'm
He's
giving
sniffing
it
it.
the sniff test.
He's doing the whole... He thinks he's a sommelier.
Oh, I smell hints of...
Sommelier, however you say that.
I'm getting hints of chocolate and...
Notes of dog booty.
Definitely chocolatey.
Does it taste like chocolate, or does it just like...
Definitely stouty. Nah, not too much. It's almost like kind of coffee tasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay. Well, I am drinking...
If you like a stout.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty heavy.
I pulled
What do you got?
another
What do you got?
beer from your thing.
The mystery fridge.
Yeah. Three Weavers. I've actually had this brewery. I've had some stuff by them before. But California Rice Lager. It's called MTN Side, so Mountainside. But, you know.
It's got a cool can.
It's a cool can. It looks like we're camping.
We're in the mountains.
There's a moose on it, or a deer. I don't know. It's a deer. Female deer. No, not really. There's antlers. Just kidding. I don't know anything about deer.
Oh, dear.
Or moose.
or moose, apparently. Yeah.
Moose knuckle.
Do you?
We're going to have to cut the podcast.
I think I have a moose knuckle air freshener somewhere.
But it smells amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Or isn't that like some like off-road product, like a D-shackles, but they're shaped like a knuckle, so you call them moose knuckles?
I have no
I
idea.
don't know. Okay.
I think you're trying to save me.
No, dude. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Look around. I got some
Oh,
random shit hanging up.
I haven't been here in a while, so you
I know. Me either.
you live here. Dude.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, so yeah, we're back. You know, we took a little hiatus, a couple months off between our one podcast and then a couple months and then another one. So you might get once a quarter
Yeah.
from us.
They're unfortunately not as frequent. We apologize.
We're so busy, dude. Between
Yeah, it's
work
gotten a
and
lot.
kids and stuff.
As the kids get older, it gets harder because they got more activities and things going on. And yeah.
We had all these ambitions of like,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going to do more this year and blah, blah. And then
we
get
did. We wanted
sucked
to.
Yeah, we get best intentions.
Best intentions. That's
But
what
we
they
get
say.
sucked back into real life, you
Yeah,
know,
real life sucks sometimes.
a lot of times.
A lot of times.
But it is Friday.
It's Friday.
It is after 5.
After 5.
So that's why we cracked a beer.
we should have. We need some more of those after 5 mints that Eric got us that one time.
Oh, yeah.
I've tried to find those.
It's
too.
after 8.
Or
and
after
it's
8.
right there.
Well, we need to make. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, we need to make some after 5 mints too.
Yeah. It's called
Let's do
beer.
snacks.
Yeah. But, yeah, no. Good to see you again.
Likewise,
Just
likewise.
us. We don't have a guest today, guys.
Yeah, no cool guests. Nobody wants to hang out with us anyway. So
Yeah. But if you're in the area, come on the podcast.
Come
Let us
by
know.
and let us. Yeah.
But yeah, no, we've gone on a couple trips.
Yeah, done some
since-
adventuring here and there.
a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Well, I went
How
before
far,
you, right?
Yeah. Like I say, how far back was it? It was the last time.
It was about a month
we were
ago that I
here.
went on my trip.
So yeah, we haven't been on.
We haven't been on since like probably 6-8 weeks.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because yeah,
We had on Jesse.
yeah, we had the ladies were on.
and Jesse.
Jess and Jesse.
Jess squared.
Yeah. And we had mentioned that we were going to be going on a Utah trip.
Yep.
We were talking about that because we were hyped for it
Yeah.
to the White Rim Trail.
Yes. I went on the White Rim Trail.
And I didn't end up going. If anybody's wondering.
Jared went on a different trip. He didn't want to hang out with us.
I had to pull an audible. I know. Well, no, last minute, it sucked because last minute it turned out that you can't have dogs on the trail. Like, I get it. I mean, I know some national parks, you can't bring them on, like, certain walking trails and shit like that, but, like, I couldn't even have
it's always been the case. We just didn't know.
I wasn't aware of it. I just figured, okay, it's another Utah trail. She's gonna be in the truck with me. I'm camping. You know, it's outdoorsy. But yeah, last minute, like a week before, we're like, oh yeah, by the way, no dogs, and I couldn't get a dog sitter or anybody in that short amount of time. So
yeah, you didn't go.
I had to pull the plug. I pulled the chute.
Dude, like
I had some serious FOMO going on, dude. I was like,
It was cool, man.
Yeah.
It was cool. There were some challenges. It was still cool.
Yeah. Who did you end up going with?
So, because you dropped out, so here's the thing on the White Rim Trail, Eric, the guy I work with, he had two campsites.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like 100 some odd miles off road, from point to point. And he got two campsites, one, a third of the way in. The other one was a little bit closer to the end, but we could have spent all day, second day traveling, and then we were going to drive home the next morning from there all the way back to California, which was going to be a long drive.
Where do you enter and exit from?
Well, there's like a main
ways
entrance,
Yeah.
and then it's right by the visitors center.
Okay.
And then, you go down the Schaefer switchbacks.
Oh, okay.
So that's the way we entered. You can enter from the other side, but it's actually BLM land. And then it goes into the park.
Gotcha.
But there's rangers. They're checking your passes.
Oh, they're on it.
Oh, dude, they were really on it. And I'll get to that. But basically, we started there and went down the Schaefer switchbacks. That's the side we entered. So, but there's a whole story leading up to the White Rim Trail, which is you didn't go because of the dog situation. Mm-hmm. And then we had the ability to have 3 vehicles.
Yeah, total in the group.
And up to 15 people. So basically they assume 5 people per vehicle.
Yeah.
Now, that's what we had, and that's what we had planned. And we had like this whole thing. We had this all like day by day planned out.
Yeah.
That all kind of went to shit. But
not bad.
What had happened, not because of you, but because of like other things too. But we had driven out there, and it was a month ago, so I don't remember exactly what day, but we drove out there and we were going to wait because the people we went with weren't able to get there until like the day after we had already entered into Utah. So
different times. Yeah.
And back to your question, who we go with? So it was Eric because he booked it, right? It was Chef Jeff. He's been on the podcast a couple times.
Yeah.
And he has a Tundra with a 4-wheel camper,
like a new
Tundra.
Yeah, Gen 3. Yeah.
And that'll come in important to our little story here. And then we had Jeff's friend, who actually is like a YouTuber guy, Bust to Beat George. Yeah. So George. And he's the one who was going to meet us in Utah because we had to leave like the day before. So we drove up there. It was an awesome time. We stayed, outside of Zion area. It was like, I don't know, I forgot the name of it, like Gooseberry Mesa or something like that.
I think that's that, yeah.
I don't know. But anyways, it was out in the desert, and the vibes were very much like Sedona.
All the red rock and everything.
Yeah, red rock.
Canyon.
Like even the plants and then the little campsites.
You're pretty close to the,
Yeah, dude, it was awesome, man. It was a beautiful spot. Dragon trees that are real sharp all over the new Tundra and stuff. Nice. And very important piece. Since there was only 3 vehicles, I actually rode with Chef Jeff.
Oh, okay.
But I did not sleep in his cool camper.
You were just passenger princess.
I was passenger princess.
All right.
And I was in a tent cot.
I was gonna say, what'd you camp in?
Oh, a tent cot. We were trying to pack light.
Okay, I would say no shift pod this time.
No shift pod, no nothing. It was quick, easy setup, takedown, because we were moving every day.
Now, how'd you like it? Is it like, so compared to, because you used to do the swag.
Yeah, the swag tent.
Yeah, is it similar in size to the swag?
It's a cot with a tent on it, so that's the
but
size.
I mean, it's really thin material or heavier like that.
The swag tent, the Mountain Hatch swag, was real thick wax canvas, like super nice, super durable.
Blacked out in there. Yeah.
Blacked out, dude. It had a built-in foam pad that was really comfortable.
Yeah.
I loved that thing.
Yeah.
But I felt a little claustrophobic. Okay.
Okay.
And I had the 2-person swag. Usually
yeah.
with one person sleeping in
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So I was claustrophobic in a 2-person one. Now, a tent cot is literally a 1-person cot with like some really thin nylon that goes over the top.
Oh, okay. That's
So
what I was
it's
wondering.
more of like a windbreaker.
Yeah.
More than anything. You're sleeping outside on a cot with a little bit of windbreaker and you can't see anything. So, dude, it was even more claustrophobic. So, and man, dude, and up in Utah, I mean, they got like mountain lions. They got like, I mean, we do too, but like, I just imagine they have a lot more wildlife than us.
Okay.
So you always hear stories. They have wolves and shit. Yeah. You know, I don't know. But, so anyways, Eric, Chef Jeff, and I land first, and we stayed at that Sedona-ish type place, right? It was outside of Zion. And then the next day, we went into the national park, Zion,
Oh, cool.
to wait for George, because George was like booking it. He left at like, I don't know, 3, 4 a.m.
Yeah. He's like coming from like
He's come from...
Long Beach area or something like that.
No,
Coastal.
it's like Pico Rivera.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's where he's at.
Somewhere in there.
So he's coming all the way up.
It's a long drive. Yeah.
It is a long way. But the reason why he was a little bit late, and this may be true or maybe not, but this is what I thought I remember I heard. He was deep sea fishing because he does a lot of fishing.
Yeah. He's big into fishing and stuff.
And this is a plug for George, Bust a Beat George. Go check out his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Bust a Beat George.
Yeah.
I guess he used to be a DJ. That's where he kind of.
That's where you got it from. Okay.
Everybody used to be a DJ.
Yeah. I have a Creative Records. Don't worry.
Yeah, I even have a chalice that says DJ Bubbles because I was hammered and I was playing music on my Mac. Like literally, I had a DJ app where I could scratch the record.
Okay.
This is back in like 2009.
Oh, you weren't on the techniques and 1s and 2s.
Oh no, dude! I had this digital shit, dude, and then I had like a bubble machine behind me, and that's why my
DJ
sister
Bubble.
called me DJ Bubbles and made me. Oh, and I was also Captain Chardonnay that night because I was drinking Chardonnay. Okay,
DJ Bubbles.
you guys can make fun of me in the comments, but
that's fucking awesome.
long story short,
Yes.
go check out Bust a Beat George's channel.
He's been around
actually-
for a long time. I used to watch his videos fucking years ago.
super wholesome.
Yeah. Good
Super
guy.
wholesome. But he does a lot of fishing. And he actually just launched, I think it was either today or yesterday, his new Hook and Trails brand.
Of
Hook for fishing and trails. It makes way more sense than just Bust a Beat George, right?
yeah.
So, and he's launching, he just
rebrand
launched some
it?
hats and merch and stuff. I don't know if he's like taking
Or
Bust
just
a Beat
doing a
George
sec-
away. Because I think he still wants to be
Yeah,
a
I would.
DJ.
Yeah. Secretly down. he
Secretly deep
always-
down, he
yeah.
wants to be a DJ still.
Right.
But he also plays the drums. So if you watch him on his Instagram,
Yeah.
he does stories and
Little
everything,
stories and stuff, yeah.
he plays drums for his church, and he's a hardcore drummer, dude.
Dang. All right.
Yeah, so he busts a beat.
I guess he
So,
can.
Either he was a
can back it up.
DJ or maybe it came from the drumming. I don't know. DJ sounds better.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
So, anyways, the reason why he was late, I'm just gonna make up this part of it. I think this is true. It's because he was deep sea fishing.
Oh yeah.
And so that's important because we go to Zion, we hang out, we do some walks back to the Narrows and come back. I mean,
cool.
we spent about a half a day there. It was cool.
Did some exploring though. That's cool.
Yeah, dude, it was
A rap park.
completely different than what I thought it was. And
really?
it was, I thought it was much like bigger. It was more of like a canyon.
Yeah,
in a
it's not
way.
like
it's
as big as you imagine it, but yeah.
yeah.
There's
or,
all these little
or
offshoots.
maybe
On foot it gets bigger.
yeah.
But just driving through, there's only so much you can see from the road.
But it was absolutely gorgeous. So if you haven't been, go take a drive. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's
go
definitely
check it
worth
out. I kind of want to take my 911 out there and just do like a road trip out there.
and just go off out
And,
into
you
the-
can camp at their
not
designated
into-
campgrounds
Yeah.
and just bring like a ground tent or a tent cot.
Hey.
Hey. I could fit that in the back seat because it's actually really small. It folds up.
Oh, that's true. A little
Yeah.
more compact.
Or I could just, get a ground tent and just kind of
Rough it.
do some normal stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, super beautiful, worth it. There's like some rams, like the
The
big
mountain.
horn
Yeah.
sheep or whatever up there and stuff. So, it's really cool. Beautiful area. Just check it out.
Did you
I'm
go
not
all the
gonna-
way through to the other exit? in
think
Zion?
so. We took
So you went through the
scenic
tunnel
byway.
and all that kind of shit?
Yeah.
That big long tunnel where you can like carved out and stuff.
Yeah, it was super cool.
Yeah.
And then a couple arches were carved out and you drive through those.
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
It was really nice.
Okay, cool.
So, but that was when Busted Beat George actually like got with us, and then we drove out together. And Busted Beat George, and you were asking about the vehicles, he has almost an identical setup to Jeff.
Yeah.
Brand new Tundra, same motor, same everything.
Project M 4-wheel campers on them.
Project M 4-wheel campers.
Different colors. Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason because it's a 6 setup.
Oh yeah.
But
Nice,
George's
sure.
is all like built out on the inside, and Jeff is going to build his out.
Oh yeah.
I think sponsored by Wifey's going to be doing his.
Probably. I think
Hal
he
or
did.
whatever?
Yeah. Al. Yeah.
I said Hal. I meant Al. I was like, but yeah. So it's important because later on in the trip that becomes critical. But Eric has a new Rubicon Gladiator. He took it to Rebel Off Road.
Oh, just
and they
crazy.
like re-geared it. They lifted it. They put wheels and tires and everything. And then he got a topo topper. So
okay.
I'd never heard of it until he
those are
kind of
nice.
found it. It's out in Ventura County. They make some sick, campers.
Yeah.
That are kind of like a Project M, but it's just a topo topper. I mean, everybody has a preference.
Yeah, of
but I thought the topo topper looked really nice.
Yeah.
The quality of it, the build, the look.
No, they're very nice.
It was like super dope.
Yeah.
So that's what he has. So yeah, Passenger Princess was great. I, chip in for gas.
Did you
and-
control the music, and all that? For
No, I
everybody?
wasn't
You didn't
allowed
have
to touch anything
Oh,
in
what?
there.
Isn't that your job?
No, I thought so, but
You had your
Jeff has
playlist
it
ready to
on-
go, right?
I mean, it's Jeff's car.
guess,
I'm gonna let him listen to his
guess.
stuff. I mean, I don't think he wants to listen to.
Well, it's not your playlist,
I listen to EDM a lot when I'm driving.
Oh, okay.
Only when I'm driving, or when I'm working.
Yeah.
Because words in
Too
songs,
distracting.
Too distracting.
Yeah.
Like I want to follow along with the song. Like, what is he talking about?
Yeah, I want to be. I'm
Like
invested.
Dirks Bentley's talking about how his girl left him at the altar and he got on a plane. He's drunk on a plane.
Yeah.
He talks about going down to Mexico and he's just, hooking
wanna
up with
be
the
right there with him.
stewardesses and everything, But
Just throw some beats in my ear, then I can get something done.
yeah, just give me some beats. Bust a beat.
That's a beat. Come on.
But so yeah, it was actually really cool that George came because I got to meet him. Super nice guy. Go check him out. His store. He sells not only like merch, like shirts, hats, and stuff. He also has his own spices, which I'll get to a little bit later.
Okay.
He partnered with Kung Fu Tonic, the guy out of Long Beach.
Yeah.
He has his own Busted Beat mix. I actually used it last night on my stuffed bell peppers, and it was amazing.
I have an official Busted Beat George edition MK lighter.
Yeah, those
That
MK
he
lighters are
gave me.
dope. So I guess like the first few people that buy one of his Hookin' Trails hats and shirts or whatever, they'll get one of those. But the new logo.
Oh,
So,
I have the OG one, huh?
You have an OG. I have an OG as well.
Yeah, nice.
He gave it to me while we were out there in Utah.
Oh, okay.
So, anyways, back to the story. George made up with us, went from Zion, and we took the scenic byway. Which, if you're going to go to Moab from Zion, which is where we were headed, definitely take the scenic byway. It's like scenic byway 12. I think is what it is.
For sure.
Super beautiful, awesome. Okay, I'm not going to bore you with all the details. Just figure
Go
it
see
out.
it. Yeah.
It's beautiful. So, the next night, I mean, we were just kind of like exploring on our way there. We did a little bit of a river crossing.
Ooh.
It wasn't high, and I figured that out real quick because they're like, "Oh man, I wonder if we can like cross it."
Yeah.
And I literally had my sandals on and like some gym shorts, and I was like, "Screw it, I'm just gonna start walking." So I just started walking, and it was freezing cold water, but I was trying to act tough.
Yeah.
And I just walked straight across it. I was
Toes
like,
are all
"Yeah."
numb.
I go, "Yeah, we can do it. Your cars can make it, no problem." So they went and did it, and we went exploring back in the hills. It looked kind of like it reminded me of like Anza Borrego ish in a way, the scenery, because we were down in this more dirt area. I don't know. It's all BLM land.
Yeah.
But we didn't find anything. It was super windy.
Oh, for like camping, you mean?
Yeah. And we were just like,
Not a lot of protection.
Let's get closer back to the highway because we need to kick out in the morning and go out to Moab.
Oh, yeah, because you haven't even gotten to
Yeah, we
UV.
haven't even got to Moab yet. So we stopped along the scenic byway outside of not Canyonlands. It was I don't even know. It was some other national park on the way.
I thought maybe it was Canyonlands. No,
Maybe it was. I don't know.
Going through there at one point. But I don't
Actually, what it reminds me of Tatooine, if you're a Star Wars fan.
Ooh.
It was very deserty, with some hills and mountains. Where the little Jabberwocky things. What is that? What do you call those little guys?
Yeah,
with the robes and everything. Is that what they're called? No,
Jawas and
the Jawas,
sand people and Wookiees. You're like,
but yeah, it was like those guys. That was the
Jabberwockies
scenery.
are the break dancers. But yeah.
Oh, that's right. They're in Vegas.
They're in
Yeah,
Vegas.
I knew it was
You're close. Utah, Vegas. You're pretty nearby. Yeah.
We drove through Vegas. Maybe that's why. So yeah, we went back through the river again because we didn't find a spot that wasn't windy and everything else, and we were just trying to sleep for the night. But we ended up coming across this super dope little spot tucked away. Wasn't super windy. Now that night, George blessed us because he brought his yellowtail that he had caught.
Just that day before?
Yeah, like why he was late.
He was late because he's catching you dinner?
Yeah. Dude, I swear to God, like originally I was like, hey, Jeff, since we're going to be riding together, we'll split gas, we'll get the food together, we'll just kind of like make it a thing. And we were like, yeah. Well, Jeff, before we left, went out into this market by his house in Orange County and bought a bunch of cool stuff because he's Mr. Cool Guy. And like Chipotle marinated chicken and like a bunch of other stuff, right? So we had food. Well, George was like, he likes to cook. So if you look at his channel, he does a lot of food.
Well, this is like perfect.
Too.
Like you guys, like you, Jeff, George, I know you guys are all huge foodies.
Yeah, I mean, I like to eat. I like to cook too, but
you
I
like
can't
good
cook
food.
like these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm fine. Like somebody could
food.
throw some hot dog at me. I'll be like, yeah, fucking stoked. But you're like,
I'll eat everything.
Yeah.
But like, I appreciate like this really like weird food, and not weird. We had different,
but
food.
just different. Yeah.
So he brought this yellowtail, fresh caught. It was straight into the freezer fridge, whatever he had going on. He has both, and we're all sitting around, just kind of relaxing. Sun went down, and he's like, hey guys, come on over here. And if you know George or listen to or watch his videos, he's got this really soft voice. He's like, hey man, I really want to share something with you. You guys come over here. I made some appetizers.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, yeah, man. And so we went to the back of his Tundra, and he has this kind of like dish, and it was, God, what's it called? Carpaccio.
Wow, that sounds fancy.
Yes,
I don't even know what it is.
I've never heard the word in my life. Okay,
good.
He's like, yeah, I got some yellowtail carpaccio with serrano peppers and this and this and this, and I was like, okay, to explain it, if you don't know what carpaccio is,
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I still don't know what it is, but I'll tell you this: it's like sushi. Okay.
Okay.
So it's like marinated in like some lemon lime juices, and it has like some spices, and then he put in like a diced up or sliced up, not diced up, sliced up serrano peppers, and it just made it delicious. We were literally, and there was big chunks of fish, dude, and we were just like eating it. It was so fresh, so perfect temperature. The texture was just like melts in your mouth, dude. If you like sushi, it was perfect, dude.
Yeah.
So absolutely delicious. And I was like, oh man, I was just like, everybody was. It was an appetizer, like a share plate, and we were all just kind of grabbing.
Yeah,
we didn't have chopsticks or anything. We were just grabbing with our dirty ass hands out.
You're
in
at
the
fucking
camping.
camp, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, but we had this like gourmet.
Yeah.
Like if you were to go to like a Nobu or something, you would have paid like
on that.
$150 for this appetizer, dude.
Yeah.
It was insane. So absolutely delicious. Thank you, George, for introducing me to that. Some of that's in the video. So
he did a YouTube on it, yeah.
I don't want to like tell you all the details about this whole trip, because if you go watch his video on his YouTube channel, it does a great recap. It's a 2-episode thing.
All right.
So you'll see the carpaccio there.
Oh, nice.
So then we're all sitting around his Howl campfire. Okay.
Oh, do you have the mini one or the big one?
The mini.
Oh, the minis are where it's at, dude. They're still not cheap, but they're fucking rad.
Yeah, but when you're super YouTube famous
guy, you get cool shit.
Mm-hmm. He may have bought it full price. Who knows? I don't care. I'm just going to make it sound like it's cool. So he busted that out. Now, I'm going to tell you about that a little bit just because I thought it was interesting, and B, I get a lot of questions about it specifically from my dad. So The Howl Mini definitely puts out more heat and bigger flames than a lot of the, propane fire pits.
Like the ammo can ones?
Yeah,
and shit? Okay.
definitely more than an ammo can. I think the Tembo Tusk one was pretty good from what I remember. But this one it was just super compact.
What about like compared to like those round ones that people bring for like the backyard?
Yeah, like I used to have, like we had a screw on top. That actually, I think if it's a cold...
I think it just has a larger surface area, so maybe it's...
Yeah, but the cool thing with the Howl is you can cook on it too if you need to. It has like little accessories or whatever you can cook on top of it. So, it has a lot of unique uses. But he just used it as a fire pit, and we're all just kind of sitting around. And it does use a lot of fuel, but you can make it last if you conserve, if it's not super cold
you
out.
need to crank it,
Yeah, just don't crank it. And we had it on for a long time, and it worked great. So definitely... If you're looking to get a fire pit and you want to buy quality, buy once, cry once, get the Howl Mini.
How much are they though? They're still
I think they're like $300
I think
or
they're like
something.
$300. But like those ammo can ones are like 150 or something.
160, something like that for the Ignic or whatever.
Yeah.
What did I get you?
The Ignic, yeah.
That was it, Ignic? Okay. I got it for $100.
Yeah. You got a deal on
REA.
it.
I got it on a deal. My dad's like, I've never seen them less than 120 or whatever. I was like, Dad, you got to buy them on a Black Friday
you
deal.
know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's $100. So, anyways, I wouldn't spend more than $100 on you, Jared.
No,
Come on,
I know.
now.
I mean, we have a limit. Come on.
So yeah, the Howl product that we used the whole trip, definitely worth it. So
Nice.
I can recommend that if you have the money and desire.
Yeah.
So packs up real, small.
That's what I heard. Like I was talking to him, like I saw one before they came out, and like he was saying that the big demand was just how big they were, or the big complaint was just how big they were.
Yeah.
And like the price point is like the normal one's like stupid expensive.
Yeah, I wouldn't get the full size.
They're like $600 or
The
something
mini
crazy.
was more than enough.
No, so more. You got all the feedback, and they answered. They want something smaller, more compact, more affordable, and
Easy setup. Just like fold out the legs and boom,
done.
connect it, done.
Yeah, they're pretty rad.
Yeah. So I definitely recommend one of those. But we had the Carpaccio. I was trying to say all the words and put my little spin on it.
Be cool.
Watch his YouTube channel. But then he decides to bust out his scuttle and takes more yellowtail and starts doing yellowtail fillets. So we had fillets and we had so much food. Let me tell you, this whole trip, I had a full stomach the whole time. Dude, and some of the best food I've ever had. And I'm not just saying that because, everything tastes better on the trail.
Oh no, I don't doubt it for a second.
This was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Okay. So we had that. It was good. The one thing I forgot to say is in the morning, going back to where we were outside of Zion before we left, Eric, we were trying to make it so like Eric made all the breakfast stuff, and then Jeff and I were like making all the dinner stuff. And lunch was just kind of like whatever we found in between. But Eric had made these like eggs, bacon sandwiches. Dude. Stupid good, dude. Like I love, okay, I'm not a huge breakfast person, but I would be if you have good breakfast.
Yeah. If
I
somebody's making
enjoy
that,
breakfast. I don't enjoy making it first thing when I wake up.
Yeah.
So it's usually like a protein bar or whatever.
Yeah, something simple and be done.
Yeah.
Cup of
Just something I can open up a package, shove it in my mouth, and walk away, right?
Yeah.
So, but he was making these really good because he had like these English muffins that he then brought this like butter, like the Kerrygold butter.
Oh yeah.
And then he was he this chive and like some chive garlic whatever with the eggs, and he was mixing them all up and made a little egg patty. And then he would like butter because he brought a toaster with him, dude.
An actual toaster?
Yeah, Jeff did all his electrical. So hey guys,
yeah. Shout out to Jeff on
plug
that
for
one, yeah.
Chef Jeff. I should call him the electrician because he that's what he does. He works for Tiny Rig Co. They build out like top notch campers and everything, and so he does all the electrical. So if you have any electrical needs, he wired up the lights on my Cayenne with my trigger control unit.
Yeah,
That
that's
took
right.
like a couple hours. That was it. But long story short, he hooked up Eric's, did all the electrical. So Eric was able to bring a toaster and just plug it in and like toast our shit, dude. So
pretty nice.
it was awesome, dude. He was like toasty. He had a toaster. He was just like making these egg sandwiches with bacon on it. He bought some really good like thick cut bacon and made it real crispy.
Oh, the crispy.
It was real salty and savory. Oh my God, dude. This sandwich is just insane.
Dude.
Eric's a good chef too. He's a foodie.
He held his own. All right.
I went with all these foodies.
That's
and
what I mean.
Like,
It's a whole. The trip would have been wasted on me. I'm glad I didn't go for that reason.
you're like, oh, we're not having Oscar Mayer?
Yeah.
So yeah, he made the breakfasts. And honestly, I ate that same sandwich like every single day. And I wanted more.
Didn't even complain.
I'm like, bro, you're not bringing it to work. What's up?
The fuck, man?
Yeah, like, WTF, man. So, the egg sandwich was phenomenal. So we started the day off right.
Nice.
And then we ended it with carpaccio and yellowtail fillets. Dude, and George was like, he made one for everybody, but I forgot someone only took like half of one or a quarter of one because they had so much carpaccio.
Yeah.
And I already had a fillet and a ton of carpaccio. And he was like, hey, I got an extra fillet over here if anybody wants it. I don't want it to go bad. And I was like, well, I mean, I have no room, but I'm going to eat it.
We don't want it to go bad.
I mean, that fish died for us.
Yeah, you can't waste it. That's so disrespectful.
Exactly. So I ate it.
Good.
It was delicious anyways. He cooked it right. Yeah. So food, just number one shining star of the whole trip.
Made it nice.
And everybody did it. I just ate it. I was
better. You didn't have to cook nothing.
I know, and I didn't have to clean up. It was amazing.
Perfect.
Oh man. So then the second night was actually really interesting because after we drove out, third night. I'm getting all the days mixed up. One of the nights,
One of the nights, yeah.
I think it was maybe the second night. It was the second night we went up to the mountainous area with the pines. Oh, so we went
higher
up
elevation.
in elevation.
Yeah.
And we did this at the end of March. So it was like March 26, 27, 28-ish.
Still a little chilly. Yeah.
Yeah. And it got down to 18 degrees that night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There was snow on the ground
Really chilly.
in our campsite. It had snowed. Sorry, the hiccups. So it was really cold. Okay. And Jeff made some really good shrimp tacos for us on his scuttle, dude, with all the fixins, dude. It was stupid good. And that night was just really cool. That was the real point. And they're all in their diesel heaters all night long. Everybody's all nice, warm, and toasty. I'm in a tent cot, and I actually, because it's so like confined, and I'm breathing, and all the moisture builds up in there. Froze. Oh, so I had ice all on the inside.
Right. Yep.
And then it started melting later on, and it started dripping on me. But but yeah, it got down to 18 degrees, dude. And it was freezing cold that night up in the pines.
Did you just have like a sleeping bag, like a mummy bag or something? Yeah.
No, just regular.
Okay.
I have a 0 degree bag.
But 0 degree, yeah.
And inside that tent cot, it holds in everything, so it's like it kept it warm.
Yeah.
I slept like a baby that night.
Oh yeah. Full belly,
full belly. Yeah, shrimp tacos with all the fixins and everything, dude. Yeah, it was so delicious. So that was one of the nights too, and that was actually the night before we went and had carpaccio. So that was actually the other night.
Oh, okay.
So we had shrimp tacos, another breakfast sandwich, went all the way up to the second place and had carpaccio and all this other stuff. So then after there, the next morning, woke up, had another egg sandwich. It was delicious. I could have like 10 of them. We drove to Moab because we had to camp outside of Moab. On BLM land,
certain day where you're allowed in.
Yeah, because we had to wait till our day that was assigned to us for the campsites. Mm-hmm. So we had drove to Moab, and dude. Okay, here's the thing. There is a like a little camping area, campground, a gas station, and it was a really nice area, and it's like right outside the entrance to go towards Canyonlands towards the White Rim Trail, right?
Okay.
It's kind of like the last one that's like the road you take in and out. So like they have a really nice gas station, real nice like setup.
Yeah.
So it's probably 20 minutes outside of Moab. We went into Moab, we hung out, we shopped around, had lunch, whatever. Nothing crazy. It's Moab. Go check it out. But we didn't fill up with propane because we had the howl going and everything else. We wanted to get more because we're going to spend like 3 nights out there.
Yeah, you're going to need it then, yeah.
So We didn't fill up in Moab thinking because they had a big propane tank. They sold propane.
Yeah.
We get there.
Propane accessories.
Yeah. We get there. This is just funny because it pissed me off. So we get there and I walk in and I was like, hey, can we get some propane? And it was like 6 p.m.
Okay.
And they were like, well, the guy who is certified to do it is actually in town right now picking up some stuff. And I was like, okay, well, that sucks because we need some propane for the trail, but I guess we'll try to come back. And it's not a short drive. So I'll get to the driving distance and everything. So it's 20 minutes from Moab. They didn't know when he was going to be back. He didn't have his radio on him, phone, whatever. We weren't going to wait around. We're like, screw it. Let's just go find camp before sun goes down.
Yeah, for tonight.
Maybe it was like 5 o'clock. I don't know. It was before the sun went down. So we started going up that area, and it took us about, 20 minutes to get off to the turnoff, to then hit dirt, to then go find a campsite. Mm-hmm. And then we drove around and looked at all these different potential campsites on Onyx. We ended up finding the most dope campsite.
Nice.
Okay. You're literally, there's walls of the canyons surrounding you.
Nice.
And there's cliffs, there's cool trees and everything. It even looked like it was like this cut out of the rock that had a flat area where we built, there was already a fire ring, so we could use that. It's nice. On BLM land. So it was a fire inside this like kind of half wall cutout, half dome type thing. And, we just camped right next to that, but that's where we built a campfire. Okay. So we weren't going to use the howl. We were trying to get propane for the other nights because you can't have campfires on the White Rim.
Yeah.
Or at least not that I thought. Anyways,
yeah.
We didn't. So we get there and we set up and everything. And then the two chefs, Chef Jeff and George, they start making our dinner. Okay.
Okay.
Eric and I were in charge of building the fire, getting that started. We got it roaring. We were good. We used, Busted Beat George's MK torch.
Yep. Torch time.
Best thing ever. And we built a good fire, got some hot coals because we were going to do over the fire camp cooking.
Okay.
Right. So Jeff breaks out his skewers, that chipotle marinated chicken. He was putting it on skewers. And he brought cactus with him.
Cactus?
Cactus.
All right.
Yeah. I've never had cactus
I don't think
before.
I've ever had cactus either.
And so it's interesting because over the campfire, you get that, wood burn, like smoky, flavors. And the chicken was going to be amazing. I already knew that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So he did that. And at the same time, he also he got some chorizo and he was sliding it. So we had chipotle chicken, chorizo on skewers. And then he chopped up the cactus after he like deburred it or whatever they call it, where they just scrape it off all the spines.
Yeah.
So at first I was like, oh man, I don't want to get stuck in the tongue out here. That would suck.
Yeah.
I don't have a mirror to pick it out or anything,
Right.
So he did a great job.
Yeah,
he has this like little thing where he just like shaves it all off or whatever.
Yeah. Peeling a potato.
Yeah, well, kind of. Yeah, and he was doing that. So that worked out great. And he made them into little squares.
Oh, okay.
And then he put the skewer through them or whatever. We cooked them over the campfire. Man, he seasoned them up with the Kung Fu tonic. The Busted Beat George's Kung Fu tonic, dude.
All right. Is that like spicy or is it just kind of?
It's like a salt, pepper, garlic like
mixture. Kind of thing?
It's it's like good for anything. It has a
that's why I'm
smoky
curious
campfire
if it was
flavor.
specific or is it okay?
And aloe vera gel.
Like
How it's like
season,
kind of stringy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's kind of how cactus is.
Yeah. The texture of it.
The juices inside.
That's why. Yeah.
What happens is like when he cooked it, like it didn't have any of that gooey aloe vera-ish type of goo, and it tasted great. And it's called and I'm going to butcher this, Nopales. Yeah.
Nopales.
So I had carpaccio and nopales, 2 different nights, and it was delicious.
Is it sweet, or is it?
It's more of like a pickled flavor, I guess.
Okay.
You could
I'm
say.
just curious. I've never had
cactus.
cactus.
It's the way he seasoned it with the cactus.
Yeah,
and then he may have used some olive oil so the seasoning would stick.
Okay.
But it wasn't like a rub where it was like coated in it.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was mostly
lightly
cactus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Nopales.
Nopales.
So we cooked that all over the campfire, dude. We were eating so good. We made
That's
tacos
camping,
out of
dude.
it.
That's how you're supposed to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, just got like some tortillas, and we were just kind of eating it all. It was so good, dude.
Nice.
But it was interesting because I've never had either one of those things, carpaccio or nopales, so I had them both on this trip. Food was the highlight of the whole thing, by the way. And then I may or may not have been really extra hungry because of certain reasons.
Okay.
And you know the
You
feeling.
worked up an appetite?
I worked up an appetite.
Uh-huh.
Ate a lot of that, but then I was like, oh man, do we have dessert? I want some dessert. And they were like, man, we didn't bring anything for dessert. And I was like, wait, what do we have? And then I was like, I have a banana. I have a couple bananas.
Yeah.
And I have some honey. And we still have some flour tortillas. We have a campfire. So we sliced up the banana.
Shut up.
We drizzled some honey and butter.
Oh, butter.
We had some butter and a little bit of honey. And we folded it over into like a little quesadilla style. And then we just slapped it on a rock, a hot rock.
Hot rock.
Right next to the fire there.
Uh-huh.
And it cooked it. We flipped it and everything. And then I cut it up. Best dessert ever. Oh. I forgot what we called it. We called it the nanner. The nanner. The nanner something. Nanardilla. That's what it was. The nanardilla. Like a banana.
Yeah.
Like a nanardilla.
Nanardilla. Oh, dude, that's actually kind of...
It was so delicious, bro. So Eric is like, I didn't know he hated bananas. He just told me he doesn't like bananas like 2 days ago.
Shut up.
And I was like, wait a second. You ate the shit out of that dessert. He's like, it's because it was good. And I was like, man, I basically made a dessert.
That's rad.
The ingenuity.
Okay, so tortilla, butter, banana.
Flour tortilla.
It has to be flour tortilla.
Sliced up banana to make it flat, you know. Mm-hmm. And then you
flavored
had
up like quesadilla
with butter. And then the butter melts into it all.
Yeah.
And it kind of caramelizes. Yeah. And then, dude,
And you had honey on there too?
I think I put some honey on it. I may not have.
I mean, I could see that would caramelize too. It might make it a little.
I may have just drizzled a little bit.
I mean,
I may not have.
I could see it.
I don't know. I was kind of out of it. But I knew that it was going to be delicious.
It's like a fried banana. I mean, that's a thing, right?
I guess, yeah.
People eat fried banana.
Dude, the nanardilla.
Nanardilla.
So if you haven't tried it, you can make it at home, dude.
I might take a banana on my next trip.
Yeah.
All right.
So the nanardilla was delicious. It had that smoky flavor because it came off the campfire, and then also the sweetness.
That's probably
and then the savory with the butter.
I'd rather, honestly, that sounds better than a s'more. S'mores are just messy and nasty.
This was a little bit messy, but not as bad as a s'more.
I guess it could be.
The s'more was like really,
they're just
the marshmallow. It's all your.
If you have
fingers.
a beard, s'mores suck.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah.
This was more about the butter that melt because I think I put a lot of butter in there. Yeah, and it was like just like it drips out of the back. Oh, you know. Yeah.
Well, you gotta.
So you just gotta like kind of like
you get it and you fold it like you would like a taco, you know, or a soft taco. And just...
Well, that's the way I ate it.
But
it's just like it comes out the side.
Yeah,
and plus it's a little bit crispy because it's like flat, right?
Yeah, cracked a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, we made a really good dessert.
That sounds yummy.
I mean, there were some other things. Watch George's video. You can catch some of the funny things that happen. Like,
nice.
He has this whole thing with a mouse. You know those little kangaroo mice,
they're hopping
rats,
around
or whatever
camp and shit always. Yeah, long tails on them and stuff.
Yeah. And he's like freaked out by mice, so we were kind of messing with him. It was up on his like leg or something.
Oh yeah, they come right up on you. They'll crawl on your feet.
Yeah.
So
we were chasing mice, but anyways, then the next morning we woke up and that's the day we were supposed to start the trail.
Oh, okay, nice.
But we had to get propane, and we were like, you know what, we should get some gas to kind of fill up anyway.
Top off, why not?
Top off because it's 100 miles off road.
Yeah.
So, we drove back down to the station where they had the propane, the campground, and a nice gas station. They had showers there too. It was kind of cool.
That's good to know.
It was like a really nice little thing. So we get there, and it's probably like, I don't know, 9 a.m. Probably 9 a.m. at this time because it took us like an hour to get there because you have to get like a half hour on trail to get back to the road, then another 20, 30 minutes to get to this place. So we fill up, and I walk in, and I'm like, hey, your guy was gone last time. Can I get some propane? And they go, oh. He doesn't start work until noon.
Fuck.
And I was like, I'm coming during normal business hours.
That's kind of
yesterday. It was like 5 or 6 o'clock. He works from noon to 8 o'clock at night, and he's the only certified professional to fill up propane tanks. Okay, I don't know if that's a Utah thing. I don't know if it's a nationwide thing. I don't know. Yeah. Whatever. I don't care. Don't send your only propane guy to Moab to run errands for you during normal. I would consider it rush hour. And then the next morning, I'm like, okay, we got to get propane. We go back, and the dude's like, oh, sorry, he doesn't start until noon. If you come back between noon and 8, I was like, wait a second.
I was here between noon and 8,
and he was gone. So, like, oh, dude, it was just so annoying. So, yeah, we just had to make do with what we had. And it didn't really matter because that night, we couldn't really have a fire anyways because it was so damn windy, but I'll get to that.
Was it? Okay.
So we go in, we check into the thing. I buy some merch to like support the national parks, all that good stuff. I buy a pass, and I have an annual pass.
Okay.
So we should go to a national park here soon.
Yep. I never one.
Either Sequoia or Joshua Tree or something. We should
always down.
The long pauses is because I'm taking a drink of my beer. It's getting warm.
Yeah, I know. Mine's getting...
Yeah, I know. More chocolatey, more stouty. So
almost done.
Yeah. So, anyways, we do that, and then we start the Schaefer switchbacks.
Okay.
Now, if you've never done it, people are like, "Oh my god, you can't do it in a full size."
That's what everybody's telling me. Like, oh man.
No, dude, the Rangers were in a Ford F-150. It's a full size.
Geez, those are huge. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had plenty of room. Like, it's pretty wide. I mean, there was one area that was like, it's not like Black Bear Pass.
Okay.
So
it's like a little 3-point turn, maybe here and there.
We didn't even have to, and we were in a Tundra with a Project M camper on it.
Oh,
like,
okay,
you can make the turn, just take it wide, cut it, be done. It's nothing crazy.
I think everybody's exaggerating. Yeah,
I was expecting much more from like the craziness factor.
What about like some of like the overhanging shelves and stuff like that?
Not in that area.
Okay, that's what I was curious about.
In the other areas, there's a couple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
that's the only thing I
more than a couple. Probably like
the camper or something.
A good handful or more.
Okay,
but that's like later on in the in the trail. But yeah, Schaefer switchbacks. Just views for days. It was awesome.
Nice.
So we're going down, right? And there's like mountain bikers. There's people in Jeeps just doing day trip type stuff.
Yeah, you don't need a pass to be able to just go day use it, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But you might. You may have to have a national park pass, and I think that's maybe it for a day thing.
Okay.
Don't quote me. Go online, figure it out yourself. I didn't. I was riding Passenger Princess.
You didn't matter. Yeah.
It didn't matter. But Eric had given me the camping permit that he just gave me the PDF, so I had it on me. And the Rangers, they roll it behind us, and Jeff was with me in the back. And what had happened was like they roll up on us, and they just look like guys who have been out in the bush for a really long time.
Okay.
And they had a couple mountain bikes in the back. They look like mountain biker dudes.
Yeah, they're probably just
campers. Yeah. They probably did the PCH.
Yeah.
Or PCT. Pacific Crest Trail.
Yeah.
Not Pacific shout out Allie. You were you're out there right now.
Oh yeah, she's hiking right now.
Yeah, with Ellie and God, Great Adventures. I forgot her actual name. I'm sorry. She's gonna hate me. Anyways, they're on the PCT. These guys look like they just came off the PCT.
Okay.
So they stink. They look just disheveled, everything. So he's like, hey, man, how you doing? He's all friendly. Yeah. And then he likes to slide in. Oh, yeah, where's your pass, man? You want to go to jail? No, he didn't say that.
Oh, holy shit.
That's the way he kind of approached it. He's like, oh, yeah, you want to get a fine? He didn't say that, but that's the way he kind of approached it. He's like, hey, man, it's nice to meet you. Yeah. Where's your pass?
Yeah.
And I was like, Eric's got it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait a second, I have it on my phone. He's like, that's what I like to hear. And I was like, okay, dude. Jeez. They're hardcore out there is my point.
Take it serious.
Take it serious. Don't think you can like not see a Ranger and get away with it. They'll give you a hefty fine if you're out there just doing your own thing. So I show him the pass and he's like, all right, cool, man. Thanks. Really appreciate it. Nice trucks, man. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then he went on his way. Okay, cool. And he was behind us, and he just drove past us. So they're just like going after all these people, right? Yeah. So we get down, we're driving. I'm not going to bore you with like It was beautiful. I'm going to say it once. There you go. Okay.
We saw this
Just
canyon wall, and
driving through the Grand Canyon and seeing around every corner another Grand Canyon.
Awesome views. Yeah.
It was cool. Especially with sunsets and all this other kind of stuff. It was absolutely gorgeous. Go check it out.
Yeah. Go online, Google it. You can see pictures.
Google it. Yeah, exactly. The trail is not necessarily hard, especially in the side that we entered.
Okay.
It's pretty open. It's not like there's no like major obstacles really.
Nothing crazy. Yeah.
There was one that day, but it was because it was washed out, the trail. And it was
I heard it changes a bit. Yeah.
It does change. So you're gonna have to check local conditions, talk to the ranger station, and they'll give you a heads up. But there's one section where like you had to do a little bit of a hill climb, and it was right next to a shelf, and there was like a drop off on the other side. The road was washed out, so we had to do a little spotting, and that was it. And then there's some offshoots too, like little Jeep trails that are a little bit more hardcore.
Yeah, if you want something harder, yeah.
Yeah, because there's like, you can go eat lunch down by the river. That's what our plan was. But then we started to go on it. We're like, we can't take these full sizes on this.
Oh, really? It's a little too gnarly.
Yeah, there was very tippy and real tight, and you're going down like a shelf road. It was pretty gnarly.
Not worth it.
Eric
not
went
worth
on
the squeeze.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Eric, I think, is either naive or very confident. But he just went for it, and he didn't have a problem. But he's also in a mid-size, not a full size.
Yeah,
that also helps. He's on 37s. He's re-geared. He's got everything. Yeah. That truck is battle tested. But so we didn't end up doing that. We just ended up, taking in the views, getting to our first campsite. So we get to our first campsite, and they're not the most gorgeous campsites. It's more of like just a place to sleep on the trail. It does have good views, obviously, because like everywhere you look, but it's a real flat area, and then there's like a canyon down below. It's not like you're looking over the canyon. There's better spots out in the normal BLM lands.
Right.
But it was worth it because you're on the White Room Trail, right?
Yeah.
But that night, for some reason, was so windy.
Oh, okay.
And there's usually about 2 campsites that are near each other, but far enough away, and there's like an outhouse in between. Mm-hmm. So what was nice is you could go to the bathroom in an outhouse.
Yeah,
and it was it was clean. It had toilet paper and all that other stuff, but it's an outhouse.
Yeah.
But so this other guy pulls up. Yeah. There's this other guy pulls up in a Raptor R, and he starts setting up his tent, and his tent just like basically just crumbles.
Gone.
He just couldn't do it. And he was by himself.
Tent?
Yeah, he had a ground tent. He ended up sleeping in his truck the whole night. That's how windy it was.
Just gave up, yeah.
Yeah, we had street hot dogs that night. LA street hot dogs. So the peppers, bacon wrapped.
Oh, shit.
Dude.
Oh, we had hot dogs.
No, I said street hot dogs.
I know.
Like LA street hot dogs.
But at first I'm like...
Yeah, it smelled like you just came out of a concert at the Forum. It was good. Or a Laker game, whatever. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
So that was what they cooked that night. And it was super windy, but they're all in those campers. They can handle wind, no problem.
Yeah.
I'm in a tent cot.
You're still in your tent cot.
So mine doesn't have a rain fly.
Okay.
And it was super windy.
Probably good. You just heard that flapping all night.
Yeah, but then it started raining.
Oh, shut up. I know that. Sorry, never mind.
So, I totally skipped a funny part. So we got set up. And it was windy, but it wasn't as windy. It was just kind of like the wind before the real wind type deal. And, Jeff took a shower because he brought his shower system with him. And then I was going to take my shower, but then the shower had a problem with it where it wasn't pumping hot water. And it was actually still pretty chilly because it was like in the 50s, okay? And wind. And it was cold. It was cold water.
Yeah.
So, like, I needed some hot water. So I'm over here naked, taking a shower and just with cold water, trying to figure out the shower system.
Yeah.
And Jeff, he's like, well, let me try to fix it. He's like, do this. He thought I was just an idiot and didn't know how to use it. I followed his instructions to a T, and he's like, okay, well, let me try to take a look at it. And I'm all naked, dude.
You're like, bro.
He just like comes in the tent. He didn't look at me, but he's like, oh, he's like fiddling with it and doing all these things and realizing that I did it exactly how he said to, and it just wasn't working. And so then the wind came, and then it was like blowing in, and his like shower walls were like coming in on me, and I'm just like naked, and my bros are all laughing at me. Eric and George and Jeff, they're all like cracking up, laughing at me while I'm trying to take a shower, and that was a whole thing, dude. And then finally, I took a shower, but it was a cold shower because we could just
over it. Yeah,
out. So I was like, dude, I'll just muscle through it.
Yeah.
Took my shower. It was literally one of the best things ever. I forgot how good a shower feels after being out for like, at this point, it's like
day 4.
Day 4.
Yeah.
So I was like, You're musty.
Right. Yeah.
And can't be a passenger princess. It was a passenger wench at that point.
Stinking up the place.
Yeah. But so the shower, George does a quick little thing on his video about it. He doesn't see me naked, unfortunately. That's for the OnlyFans.
No full moons. Oh,
yeah,
ooh.
You know.
You gotta be on the Patreon.
Sneaky link. No, so I did that, and then they made street hot dogs, which were absolutely delicious. LA street dogs, I should say, because they had the peppers and the onions and the bacon wrapped hot dogs. It was delicious. Right up your alley, but gourmet. I know, dude. Let's go get food after this.
Yes, definitely.
So we did that, ate, and then everybody's like, well, it's way too windy. Dude, it was just blasting us, right?
Yeah, that's hard to just hang out at camp when it's just...
We tried. The howl was out. It was like we were trying to use it. So that's why the propane didn't matter, because we didn't even get to use the howl.
Yeah.
And then Eric was like, hey, guys, I think I'm just going to take off and go home. Like after, like in the morning.
Oh, yeah, the next day.
Eric has this MO of leaving at like 3 a.m.
Just popping smoking out.
Just pop smoke. Just bails, right? He did it the last time I camped with him out in the Joshua Tree area. He popped smoke at 3 a.m. And so when he's like, yeah, I think I'm just going to take off and just do the rest of the trail and get out and just drive straight back to California.
Early. Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, we still have a good 60, 70 miles.
You're like maybe not even halfway through, yeah.
We're not even halfway through. We're like a third of the way through. So we probably have like 60, 70 miles left of dirt and then a 12-hour drive home from Moab.
And he's doing that all one day?
He was like, dude, I'm going to do it. And I was like, you're freaking crazy, dude. He was just, I think he was a little bit of homesick type deal, you know, whatever. And plus, he'd already been out for 4 days.
4 days.
That would be 5 days.
A lot for people, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm used to it. Plus, I don't have a choice. It's not my vehicle.
You're stuck.
So I'm the one just, everybody's in their 4-wheel camper just having a good time.
Yeah.
Like legit, George was playing Super Mario Kart on his N60, on his Super NES. And I'm over here like dying in the wind thinking I'm going to get like attacked by a mountain lion or I'm going to lose. Like my whole tent cot was lifting up at one point. I'm not light. I'm 200 something pounds and that thing was lifting up. That's how much wind it was. It was insane.
Damn.
And I had to like...
That's hard to sleep in that too. Especially when you're in a soft shell tent, you're just flapping.
Dude, I couldn't. And I didn't even have a rain fly. And I was parked up right next to Jeff's wheel.
Trying to block the wind a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he's got 35s. And so I was just like kind of up against that as much, you know? So.
And it started raining too, you said?
It started, at first it was like a ton of wind and it was just blowing so fast. And then all of a sudden I heard it start to sprinkle and I was like, oh shit. No. Because I don't have a rain fly and I'm touching the sides because, you know, like when you touch a tent on the side, then the water just like sucks in
to that,
like a magnet. And I was like, oh my God. I got wet that night. Not like crazy wet, but in the morning, my sleeping bag was like damp and it was raining on me inside because of the moisture that I had been.
All the humidity.
And it was pretty cold that night too. Not super cold, probably talking 40s.
Yeah.
Low 40s, high 30s.
You're just breathing, so yeah, it just built up.
Yeah, and so it just built up, and then it rained on me. And then I woke up maybe every half hour, so I got terrible sleep that night. But without a doubt, Eric starts up his car and packs up, and he's gone at 3 a.m. on the dot.
Not even sun up yet.
Bails out, dude. And I'm awake, and I'm like, bye, Eric. I unzipped the thing. He didn't hear me. I drove away. And the other two guys were sleeping, but he bails out, and he's like, you know what? I just make it to the end. I'll be good, and then I'll drive. He's in the total darkness. Yeah. So he's missing all the views.
Oh, that's true. That's like the scenic part of it is at 3 in the morning.
And you know when you're rolling up to something in the nighttime when you're driving off road.
Oh, you don't see shit, dude.
You don't see anything, and it looks different.
Yeah. Yeah, you wake up in the morning, you're like, whoa.
You're like, whoa, this is what it looks like?
Yeah, yeah.
So he missed all the views.
Oh,
but, and he was mobbing, dude. He was done with like the
probably because he couldn't see any of the views.
70 miles off road. He was going so fast that he got done with it by like 7 a.m. He was at the exit.
Damn.
Okay. Keep that in mind because I'm about to get into the fun stuff.
Okay.
He missed all the views because it was dark out, but he's got the big LP9s and stuff, which, by the way, have since been stolen off his vehicle.
Shut up.
Yes.
Fuck
okay, side story. He messages the group that went on this trip that it was last weekend. He was staying at his girlfriend's place in Marina Del Rey. He has these brand new LP9s, the dual color ones, you know, like they have the backlighting, all that stuff. They're like super dope, right?
Rad, yeah.
He had 2 of them on the front bumper. And they make those security bolts and locks on them. But even Jeff was like, if you have a pair of pliers,
if you really
want it, you can get them. And somebody had literally just unscrewed them, unplugged them. At least they didn't cut the wire.
Oh, did they just snip them or no?
No, they unplugged the wires and then just bailed and took them. So he lost his LP9s, which is what saved him on the drive out.
Yeah.
He said that he's like, I could see everything in front of me.
He started looking at Belmont. Yeah, didn't see the views.
So if you knew somebody who randomly acquired some LP9s, there's
deal on LP9s, and
they're just trying to dump them. Let us know because we want to go murder some people for our boy Eric. Not literally for the FBI agents listening, but you know how it is. That's the way you feel. So yeah. Anyways, he bails out, gets done with the trail in 4 hours, and
sorry.
Oh, you got a phone call?
Yeah, my dad.
Oh, tell him the beer is delicious.
I should. I'll tell him afterwards.
So he bails out, and then we wake up in the morning, and we're feeling pretty good. I feel like crap, like good about the day of what we're going to do. We were talking about it. We have one more night, and it's down by the Green River, and we haven't seen it yet, but we're like, you know what, guys? Let's try to do what Eric did, but not go all the way home. Just get off the trail in one day.
Okay.
And then from there, we can go find a campsite. And then
explore.
From there, and then we just bail out.
Too. Yeah.
We're still going to get home the same day. We're just going to, get off the trail and make it home. Because, again, we don't know what the rules are. Like, does the host who scheduled it for us have to be there? Like, yeah. I didn't know the rules. Yeah. So, and plus, we were like, you know what? He bailed out. Let's just bail too. So we not bail, but like, make the trail.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we did because the other campsite was it was down by the river, but it was kind of like, it looked like there was going to be a lot of bugs. Look at the maps.
I remember that one, yeah.
Again, it's just a place to sleep. So we ended up taking off. We're enjoying the views. We're getting some video content for George, which you'll see on the YouTube channel. I did a lot of the filming, too, with my iPhone. Ironically, he used a lot of my footage.
Secret cameraman.
Yeah, I know, dude. Yeah. All the stuff that George is not filming himself, that's me. Yeah. So we ended up doing it, and the second day was much more challenging.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot more shelf roads, a lot tighter areas, a lot of overhang, a lot of places where you'd have to get out and spot. I'm not saying it's a black diamond trail by any means, but it was a tough trail, especially for a full size with a camper.
Okay.
Like both guys have done a lot of wheeling. Jeff probably more than George, but even Jeff was like, man, this is a lot tougher than I ever anticipated. He's like, I've never done this level in my Tundra.
Oh, really?
So I don't know how it's going to handle. It was fine. But what had happened was we were on the shelf road area. Okay. We were getting out, spotting each other in a few areas. And they have these really sharp rocks that kind of just like jet out.
Yeah.
Think about it like a layered cake.
Yeah.
That's kind of how these rocks are. They're like stacked. And George was a little bit nervous of the cliff side. Rightfully so. And he was hugging the passenger side, which was towards the mountain.
Yeah.
With the rocks. And we're going up this single lane pass. Like there's inches on both sides, probably about a foot toward the cliff, and then inches towards the rocks on the cliff or on the drop off side. No. That's like a foot, and then the other side where the rocks are,
the wall,
like inches.
Yeah.
So he's hugging it, and his tires his rims have an offset on them, so they stick out even further. More. And he sliced the sidewall immediately. All the air dumps out.
Got it.
We're blocking the whole White Rim Trail at this point.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, cool. Don't panic. Let's just change the tire. No big deal, right? It's no big deal. So we all have spares, and he was bragging the day before about how he could fit a 35 deflated underneath his truck bed and everything. So he's like, oh yeah, I got a full size spare. It's no big deal.
Okay, nice.
So we're like, okay, all right, well, get your jack out. he's like, oh, this is my Tacoma jack.
Oh, he's in a Tundra now.
And he's in a Tundra now.
With a camper.
Yeah.
Well, he had a camper on a Tacoma, but.
He had a Pro Eagle 1.5 ton.
Ooh.
And that's a heavy
They're heavy.
girl. Because he had a front bumper with a winch, like everything, right? It was his front tire.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say,
It was his
front tire.
Front passenger tire. So he slices the sidewall, and he gets his jack out. And I was like, oh, and then I go, hey, Jeff, do you have another jack? He's like, yeah. And it's a 1.5 as well. I was like, oh, great. Smart. You both have Tundras with 1.5 jacks, 1.5 ton jacks. So the cool thing about Jeff's was George had the Pro Eagle. Jeff had a Harbor Freight jack, like a bottle jack.
Oh, the heavy duty bottle jacks?
Yeah, but it also had like the built-in jacks.
Yeah, those are rad. Yep.
It actually came in clutch.
Oh, okay.
So, because those jacks could barely lift the truck, and they were using both of them.
Oh, sure.
But then there was so much pressure to just like push them back
Instantly,
down, you
yeah,
know. But not at a fast rate. They were just not rated for that.
Yeah.
So they were able to jack it up, and it was kind of a pain. They had to deflate the tire to get it off because it wouldn't jack it up high enough.
Oh, yeah.
So they had to we had to deflate the tire, pull it off, do all that stuff. But George had his spare underneath his bed in the normal spare spot, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't have the tool to lower the spare.
Oh, the little crank rod.
Yeah, he didn't have it. And Jeff Jeff took his out because he's got a swing out.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't keep it under
even
there,
need
so
it.
why does he need it?
Yeah, why do I have it?
Oh, no way.
I'm like, bro.
Oh, no way.
So we learned a couple lessons.
Yeah, I wonder.
I didn't. They did.
They did, yeah.
Because I was like, oh, yeah, just get your tool out.
Yeah,
He's like,
I should have.
He's like, oh, I don't have the tool. I'm like, no big deal. Just got the same truck. Hey, Jeff, where's your tool? He's like, I took it out. I was like, oh,
so out of the two of them, neither of them had it.
And thank God they both have the exact same truck because that means they have the same bolt pattern.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, Jeff, we're using your spare on his truck now.
There you go.
So
he's got the swing.
He's got
Take
the
it off
swing
right
out.
up
You
there.
can just like take it off. So we took his off. We put Jeff's wheel on George's truck.
Oh,
And thank
smart.
God they're different wheels. So they had different offsets. Jeff's were more flush with his fenders.
Like a zero offset.
And yeah, like standard.
Mm-hmm.
And then George had the the TE37s, the Volk Racings that stick out
a little bit.
The Ray's Engineering ones. So
it's going to drive a little different.
it is. But
the tires are the same size, right?
Same size, same tire.
Oh, okay.
It was the RT. It was an RT. I think it was
Kendas or the
Nitto Grappler RTs, I think. Or maybe the Toyos.
Toyo RT, I think.
It was a Toyo RT. That's what it was. Yeah. So they both had the exact same. The only difference is they just had a different rim.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
So, but good thing they had the same truck because if he had a different truck, we would have been screwed. They were literally we were in the middle of the trail. When I say middle, I mean distance from both ends, middle of the trail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then also we were in the middle of the trail, blocking the trail. Cliff on one side.
Yeah, you're not getting around.
Wall on the other side.
Where are you
Nobody's
go?
getting around. So,
fun place to change a tire too.
And it really sucked. Very tight area. So, long story short, we were able to. And I even asked him. I said, "Oh, well, okay. Do you have glue treads?
Oh yeah, you can just patch it.
We could just patch it, and those glue treads are proven. We can just do that." And he goes, oh, "I don't have any of that." I said, "You need to buy some."
Yeah, I got a pack sitting right there on that chair.
So, word to the wise, we learned the lessons. We got off the trail. I always have a couple things with me, even if I have a spare tire, because you only have one spare tire. What if you blow two? And that was our problem. That's what I was worried about. That's why I was like,
yeah,
George,
now you're down to one.
Stay away from the freaking walls. Okay? And he even rubbed his other tires after that on the walls too. And we're like, oh my God, George. Because his wheels stick out. He's wider than Jeff even. So
okay.
Because of his rims.
Yeah, that's why mine I have a zero offset. It's already big enough.
Yeah, dude. So a couple things. Proper jack. Mm-hmm. Make sure you have your tool to get to your spare tire.
Yeah. Your little scissor jack you have underneath your back seat
ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
So get a proper jack. Have the tool to lower the tire, unless you have a swing out. Mm-hmm. Make sure that you have the right bolt and socket size to get those off. Okay. But also carry a tire plug kit and glue treads.
Yeah.
So make sure you have those things because if you don't, you're screwed, man.
And like the glue treads aren't that expensive. The tire repair kits are stupid cheap on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's just a
30, 40 bucks for a whole kit.
Yeah, simple peace of mind, man. Just
glue treads are probably like what, $100 for the bag, or $80
that much. I don't remember. I got it for Christmas.
Yeah. I got it for birthday from Herb.
There you go.
So yeah, just carry that stuff with you because you have to have redundancies because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And if he would have sliced another tire, we would have been screwed because we can't get his other tire down.
Yeah.
And the other one's all jacked up. But if you had glue treads, you could have just fixed your tire. And
like I have a full size spare on the back on a swing out, but I have like that Oxy gear rack system built onto it. It's a giant pain in the ass to take all that off if I need to get to my spare tire.
But
so I would almost rather
do it.
No, I could, but I'm just saying I would almost rather have like glue treads. I would just patch it, the tire I have, just get off, and then worry about it later where I can be in a parking lot and take all that shit off or something. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And you're not blocking the trail. Yeah. So, but you know, Jeff is super mechanically inclined. I mean, I can do some things, and I was just there kind of filming and laughing. And
Your usual support role.
Well, no, because I was the one who was like, oh, yeah, no big deal. Just get this. I don't have that. I'll get this. I don't have that. Oh, all right. I'm the foreman. You know this.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, like when we're out, the Land Rover's all broke down. You pull your chair up and
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm the foreman. Mm-hmm. So I'm not the muscle. I'm the brains, I'd like to say. Yep. Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, I'm not picking on George and anybody like that. But what I'm saying is that like, because in fact, George never actually got the spindle tool to lower his tire from the guy he bought the truck from.
Oh, didn't even have it?
He didn't even have it.
Oh, that sucks. Not like he took it out.
Yeah, it's not that he took it out and said, oh, I don't need this.
Just didn't think of it needing it, thinking it was going to be there.
Because the guy he bought it from I think it already had a lot of that stuff on it. And he bought it like, kind of with the King shocks and the wheels.
Some of my build, yeah.
So it was already like together. So he didn't think about it.
Just assuming it.
Yeah. But just, think about these things before you go on a long trip and make sure you have some redundancies and some insurance and glue treads and patch kits.
Yeah, backups. Yeah.
So, anyways, definitely. We changed a tire.
Nice.
So we're driving again. We're going. Tons of areas where you have to spot. There's steep inclines. There's like some like hogback area too, which is like you have to go up and over this thing, and it's pretty tight, man.
Yeah.
But amazing killer views.
Yeah, that's what.
So, we passed by. We got to the end of the trail, and it was like 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. So we started like 6. It was a 12-hour day, and it took us like an hour and 15 minutes to do the whole tire change because it was awkward. We were figuring things out.
Not your driveway,
Yeah, and we were like kind of
having to figure it out.
Solving with what we had, and we had to do 2 jacks at different locations, and it was a mess. So we got it done. And then the biggest thing with all that too is like keep your cool because if you're not cool, you're not thinking straight, and you're gonna get hurt. So
it doesn't help.
Everybody was cool,
freaking out, and no.
That's the one thing about George, dude. He's cool
mellow,
as a cucumber,
chill,
dude.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm probably the most high-strung one. Probably.
I was gonna say you were probably the worst. I can see Jeff being
and I was actually keeping cool,
too.
dude. I was like, oh yeah, it's all good, man.
Well, it wasn't your truck, so
it wasn't my truck. Yeah, but it was my way home. Okay.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna go on this trail, make sure you have enough fuel, redundancies for tires, and maintain your truck so it doesn't break on you either.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's Rangers, but you don't come across them too often. It was going back to the Ranger story. Sorry, I forgot to tell this part. So I mentioned that the guy stopped us.
Yeah.
Asked me for our papers.
Your papers.
Give me your papers right now. We get to our campsite that first night, and they roll up again. He's like, "Hey, man, show me your papers." I was like,
"Bro,
like fucking really, dude? Like you already checked them. You know me." And because there aren't that many people on the trail, you saw our trucks. You said how cool they were. You don't remember it?
Yeah.
Like there was no other trucks like ours out there.
Yeah.
With all the 4-wheel campers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it was like mostly like Jeeps and Ford Raptors and stuff like that. So he asks for our papers again. He walks all the way up. He's like, "Hey, man, can I see your papers?"
How I was
honestly, dude, they were either on shrooms or they were high, dude. They had to be. These park rangers get paid nothing, and they just are out in nature all day. Yeah. Like I said, they were kind of smelly and dirty. Yeah. Because we were even like, "Oh, where are you guys?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, we're just gonna go sleep back in that area." Like they don't even sleep in official campsites because that's for the guests.
Yeah.
So they just kind of
find a spot. Yeah, they probably know some good spots.
They probably know better spots.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
So, anyways, but yeah, so we did the rest of the trail. Then it just dumps out, and then you go up this big switchback area, but it's like really wide road.
Yeah.
There are some cars that look like they have fallen off the cliff.
Oh, really?
They're all rusted out and everything. You're like, oh man, someone died there.
Ooh, gnarly.
But then you get to the very top, and then you have this long road, probably like 10, 15 miles that goes all the way back to like the highway to the one road that we came in on.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And there's awesome campsites back there too.
Okay.
More flat, rolling hills, nice brush, and trees and stuff like that.
Nice.
Very beautiful. That's another spot that you could camp at before you go on the White Rim. A lot of people...
If you're going the opposite direction even, yeah.
Yeah, Opt Off Road, Jason and Kristen, they went up there with her parents 2 or 3 weeks after we did.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And they did the White Rim Trail. And but they left the motorhome and everything that her parents had, like up in that area. They base camped it, because they couldn't bring their dog either. They left it with her sister. Yeah. That's a whole nother story. I'll let them tell it. But yeah, dude, it was an awesome experience. So
that's pretty rad.
Go watch Busted Beat George's YouTube channel on the White Rim Trail, 2-part episode.
What did you do for breakfast once Eric left?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Dude.
Son of a bitch. So that morning, I don't even think I had breakfast. Oh, no.
Oh.
George.
Ooh, came through?
Made French toast.
Shut the fuck up. French toast?
I forgot to tell you
How do you forget the French toast?
I don't know. I just forgot, dude. And if I would have known, I would have busted out my banana and sliced it up and put
on the French toast
banana, dude. Damn. Yeah, but he made some really good French toast, but we just downed it real quick and got on the trail. So that's why I didn't really highlight it. But it was French toast on the trail, so it was really good.
Just knock that out real quick. I know, right?
Yeah, he had this real thick bread that was real pillowy soft and everything, and then you put it in the egg and it was so good, dude.
Damn.
So French toast. That's what we had to answer your question. Right. So that night, so we get done with the trail, dude. We are beat. We are tired. I got no sleep the night before. And we're like, dude, let's drive, make it as far as we can, and just post up somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. So we drive from Moab. We stop at this one place for dinner. It was like some super, small town. Everybody knows there's one restaurant, and they had barbecue, they had steaks, they had pizzas, they had all this random stuff, right? And the locals were there, and that's like the local watering hole spot. Dude. Yeah. Yeah. So everybody was giving us eyes, like, who the heck are you? Yeah. So we get some good grub, and we end up bailing out. So we're driving, and we just keep driving. We're just having a good time driving. George keeps on coming over the comms, and he's like, "Hey guys, getting kind of tired." So, and Jeff and I look at Jeff, and I'm like, honestly, man, I'm tired as hell, but I can make it all the way back to California if you want to go. And he's like, yeah, I could too, but George might fall asleep at the wheel. Yeah. So
you were also riding passenger, so
no, I get it. Yeah. I'm usually the one driving, so I get it. But I was like, yeah, dude. I mean, whatever you guys want to do, we'll do. So, George talked to his buddy who lives in Hurricane, right and was like, he was like, hey man, where's a good spot just to camp? It's not too far, crazy off the road. We just want to get some sleep for the night, whatever. Drops him a pin. We go through Beaver, Utah.
Okay. Yeah, I've been through there.
And I get a koozie for land beaver.
Oh,
it's
nice.
Literally a beaver. I haven't given it to him yet.
Dude, he's on a rad trip right now.
I know. He'll have to come on and talk about it. Yeah. Because he went all the way to Maine.
Dude, I know. He went across country,
He went to Maine. Yeah. From literally the
I think he just got back part. like today almost, because he was hitting me up for a spot in New Mexico.
Yeah, Roswell.
Yeah,
he was there. It was last night. So
okay.
He's not coming.
Oh no, he was hitting me up for a spot near Tombstone in Arizona because they were in New Mexico.
Yep. Because yesterday they were in Roswell and then Tombstone, and then they're coming home today.
I should have given him some spots in New Mexico to go to. But anyways, yeah.
I did tell him to hit you up for New Mexico spots. I said I don't know anything out there.
Oh, okay.
Jared
he hit me up for Arizona, but yeah.
He should have hit me up for Arizona.
Right. No.
Anyways, so we're driving to the spot, and we go down this trail, and it's right on the water. Okay, like little river or whatever. So we get there, and it's like 2 a.m. We are dead tired. Set up my tent cot. I was thinking about just sleeping in his front seat. I was like, I don't want to set up anything, and I don't want to pack up anything. But I was like, you know what? I actually need some sleep, so I'm going to set up my tent cot. Yeah. I just did it. Glad I did. Got some good sleep. I wake up in the morning, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, I've been here before.
Shut up.
I haven't camped in this exact spot,
but at
familiar. Nighttime you don't see anything. You don't. Everything looks the
coming
same.
in. Yeah.
All I see is a dirt road, and then there's like some river I can see right there. But I don't know where I am. I'm not looking at the map. That's Jeff driving and following George.
Yeah.
So we get down there, and then I turn around and I see this like building structure, and there's graffiti all over it. And then I'm like, wait a second. This is the exact same camping area that Allie and I and Open Road for Two went.
Oh, okay.
A couple years prior.
When you guys went,
And I took that famous picture of Allie where she's like, howdy. It says howdy in spray paint. And I look up there, I was like, it says howdy. So I was like, this is,
way.
and I said, yeah. I was like, yeah, I know all this is. This is when I went in my ZR2. We went out with Open Road for Two. So I was like, oh, yeah, there's campsites that were super killer. We stayed up behind that mountaintop little thing, the little hilltop. It's on the opposite side. And yeah, he's like, oh, yeah. And like, there's some good fishing down here or whatever. And so his buddy comes down here. And I guess a lot of people come down there and just go sit in the river because it's like a really cool looking spot during, daytime. So it was just kind of funny, small world where I was like, oh, I've actually camped here before.
I was just looking through there. You're going to have to like... I need to find a spot to go, and I'm going to stop either around Hurricane, however you say it.
This was in, it was right outside Hurricane, St. George area. It was, started with an L. It was like a small town outside of that area. But
doing a map.
Here's the sad thing. Desktop. When I was with Allie and Open Road for Two in that area, there was no like housing developments or anything. And as we were driving out, all it was housing developments being built.
Oh, that's
so the road we came on, all the construction and heavy equipment and everything, that place is going to be absolutely destroyed.
That sucks.
Because all the housing development, imagine if you had that cool river right there and you just drive on down on a side-by-side.
Yeah.
And that whole area will be like a little side-by-side adventure area. Oh, bummer, so it's literally going to get ruined, but I'm glad I went with Allie and Open Road 2 and then camped down there. But yeah, it was just kind of funny because we literally camped in the same exact area I've already been. So
that's
I was
funny.
like, oh, I've been here before.
That works.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So
I mean, not like you're spending a lot of time there anyways, though. So
no.
It was just, I've done that a few times.
It was literally for 6 hours and we were gone.
Yeah.
So it was like whatever. Then we just drove home. That's the end of that story.
No. Okay.
We drove through Vegas and we stopped at this like Mexican food the best place that Jeff has said. He's like, oh, they make the best burritos. I'm really hungry for that because we didn't have breakfast. Yeah. There's a gas station and it's like this little like fast food taqueria inside of a gas station way off the strip.
All right.
So we went way out of our way
to find that spot. Okay.
And it was mid.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's tough. I've had some really bomb Mexican food, so
we've been spoiled.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we just drove home, dude. And I made it home midday and I was glad to be home, see my dogs, see my family. I don't even think they were home.
Yeah, I think you got home. I think I was talking to you or something. You maybe. Yeah, I think you got home before anybody else got home. So you're just home by yourself or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came home to an empty house, I'm sure. So, except for my dogs.
The dogs were there for you.
Yeah, they came back from training before. That was a waste of $4,000. Anyways.
So how long were you guys gone? For like 5 days?
5 or 6 days.
6 days.
Something like that. Yeah.
Nice.
It was good. Didn't miss work. I missed work days, but I didn't miss work.
You weren't missing it.
And I was surprised Eric and I got off of work and our boss let us both go.
Amazing.
Because we work on the same team.
Yeah, you both work, yeah.
So, I mean, that's pretty much the end of my story, man. I went into way more detail than I thought I would, but basically, it was a good trip. Go check out the YouTube channel for the 2-part episode.
Yeah, sounds like a rad trip. I'm a little bummed I missed it, but...
Yeah, but while we were out, you went on your own little adventure.
Yeah, it wasn't anywhere near as cool as your guys' trip, apparently.
Yeah, but it was a little getaway.
Yeah. I mean, I figured I already took the time off of work. Like I, requested, because I thought we were going to go for 5 or 6 days.
Yeah.
So I already requested the time off, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to be like, hey, I can work now.
Right?
I already took the time off, so I think I ended up I think I was going to leave on a Wednesday night and try to meet up with you guys
on Thursday. Yeah, that's what George did because we left on Tuesday night.
Yeah, you guys are going to leave a day earlier than me. Yeah. I was going to meet up with you guys after.
Yeah, we worked later on Tuesday. And then we left after work and made some ground. And then you were going to leave on
after
Wednesday.
work on Wednesday. Yeah. So instead, I ended up working Thursday,
Wednesday, Thursday.
and then I just took Friday off.
Yeah, it's just one day.
So I got an extra day of work in, which was good, probably. And then, then I had, I think, wasn't it like Monday, like a holiday?
No.
No?
Maybe President's Day? I don't know.
I thought so. I thought it was like something weird.
I don't know.
I can't remember. Because I remember I took Friday and Monday off still. So I left Thursday after work and then drove up. But yeah, so unfortunately I didn't go to Utah, which I was bummed. But so I didn't really have a plan then. I just knew I wanted to go out. So I just kind of decided, I know 395 is always fun.
Yeah.
You can always find somewhere cool to go up there. And I got basically 4 days and a night, 4.5 days to go. So I just headed up that direction, threw the dog in the truck and headed north. Not really having a plan.
Yep.
I figured I'd just drive 5 hours basically after work, get me in somewhere. I had picked I figured, this is my logic. I'm like, okay, I've never been to Alabama Hills.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Thursday. Let's just go up there. I should be able to fucking, get ahead of everybody and find a spot.
Yeah.
I rolled in. It was probably about like 8:30 at night. And I got up to like movie set drive or whatever the freaking road is.
I've never been.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
Oh no. So I'm pulling in, and right in the kind of the main entrance area, there's a big rock with a face painted on it.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody takes a picture of it. I get to that spot and there's probably 20 or 30 side-by-sides all lit up, music just blaring. Everybody, they're like partying right there. I'm like, okay, this kind of sucks. Not looking forward to this. I'm like, well, and then that's also a sign there's a shit ton of people out here.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
it was good weather.
Yeah, it was nice. It was
so it
chill.
doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. But I'm like, okay, I'll drive down. So, but I got to like where the movie road is or whatever, and they had the sign out saying campground's all full.
Okay.
Which I think is bullshit. I think that sign just lives there.
Yeah, people do that to discourage others.
Yeah. So, but I'd never been out there. It was already 8:30 at night. It's dark. I saw how many people were at the entrance. I'm just like, I'm not even gonna bother trying to hunt for a camp spot at 8:30 at night. I'm tired. I just want to fucking go to bed.
You just want to go to bed. You're old.
Yeah, I'm old. I'm just like, I don't give a shit. No.
You already had your hot dog.
Yeah.
Your SpaghettiOs.
My SpaghettiOs. Not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
No, so I'm like, screw this. I'm just gonna go. I know just 15 minutes up the road, town of Independence. I know of a little spot, like a little go-to spot I can usually get to, and there's usually at least a handful of spots I can find a spot up there to camp. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go up there. Drove another 15 minutes up, got up there, which was rad. I actually kind of glad I did that because it was a nice little spot next to a little stream. I don't think you've camped there with me before.
I haven't really been up 395 very much.
Yeah, I think I've camped in this like almost exact spot like 4 times now. It's just like a little good go-to. Yeah, you're right next to a stream. You wake up in the morning, you still see all the snow-covered mountains, all that kind of stuff. And it got chilly, like in the 30s, but it was nice. No, I just crashed out quick. I heard the stream rolling by, and I was just done.
That's always the best, babbling brook.
Yeah,
it's like the white noise that you stream.
No, that's right. Actually, so next to the stream, it was nice. But it got so freaking windy. It was like one of the windiest nights I've slept in, dude. I forgot about that. Yeah, because
dude, I bring wind everywhere with me.
It just follows you.
I'm serious. The last few camp trips I went on, windy.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah,
Jason's
the desert
birthday,
that one time. Yeah, in
Utah. Yeah, and then freaking when we went out for Eric's birthday.
Oh, that's right. It was windy there too.
Everywhere.
We're always in the desert. But yeah, but in that mountain pass area, it's super windy all the time through there anyway. Okay. So, but yeah, like it was a point because when I first got there, it was nice because I could hear the little stream brook bubbling by, but it got so windy I couldn't even hear it. It was just
that's pretty gnarly
the whole time, and like you're in the camper, so it's not as bad. It's not like flapping, but
it's not like a tent cot.
Not like a tent cot. But the truck kind of sways a little bit. Because you're just
a big
giant sail and it just kind of pushes you around a little bit. So you kind of feel that. And it is loud. or it was loud that night. So I didn't sleep for shit. I just remember that. Yeah. Cause like my first night was rough.
Yeah.
So then next day I'm like, same thing. Don't know where the frick I'm going. Just kind of perused around the hills up there in that little area there. Just kind of did some exploring. It's kind of what I wanted to do. I want to see explore up there, just see stuff I hadn't seen before.
Yeah.
Just because it's, I got nothing else to do. Well, I'm not on a clock. I'm by myself. It's like, I'm not going to bother anybody if I go down a dumb trail and it sucks.
Yeah.
So then I decided, okay, oh, that was one thing too. So when I was driving in, I thought about, I'm like, maybe I'll just head up towards Wenatchee Meadows.
Oh, that's called closed down now.
Yeah. It was closed down too. But I'm like, should I drive up there or should I push to Alabama Hills? I'm like, no, I'll just go to Alabama Hills. I'll try that. So I went farther north. But now I'm like, well, where do I go now? Do I keep heading north? Do I go up, Bridgeport? Do I go to Mammoth? I'm like, I've done a bunch of that stuff, but I'm like, maybe I'll just head down towards Wenatchee. It's on the way home. It'll be a quicker route home afterwards. So I'm like, all right.
Wait, Alabama Hills is further north than the Wenatchee,
the 9 mile
old Miners Road.
Yeah, it's like another hour past it. It's like, yeah. So I'm heading back because you're right in Lone Pine.
Yeah.
And I was right. I remember I went to go to bed that night before, and I didn't have any snacks. I didn't bring dessert.
Fucked up, bro.
I was so pissed. Oh man, I just wanted some dessert.
Tortillas, butter, banana.
Yeah, I know, right? So I'm like, fuck, okay. So I'm like, I want some ice cream. So I stopped at the little market in Lone Pine.
Yeah.
And they had Thrifty's ice cream in there.
Pistachio?
They had them. Well, I ended up, they did, but I ended up going with the chocolate mint chip.
That's good too.
It's pretty good. That or the chocolate malt. I like the chocolate malt ball crunch.
I haven't done the malt ball.
Oh, that was a good one too.
Bro, I'm trying
Pistachios, those bomb.
Dude, pistachio is my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah. Me and Zoe, like, that's her favorite is the mint chip.
Yeah,
So
I don't want I want a cylinder of ice cream, not a scoop.
Yeah.
Because that's how they do the thrifty.
Yeah, the little round, you stack them.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was the best.
It's a cylinder.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, it was like 25 cents too. God, we're old.
You're old. I don't remember that. I remember at least being $1.
No, I remember it was like 25 cents for a single scoop, 50 for a double scoop, or the triple was 75 cents.
You're old, bro.
I'm old, fuck.
You used to get a soda for a nickel?
Dude, I could.
Get a nickel. Here you go.
Right. Just turn in my old pop bottle and
Oh, pop. Not soda.
Pop,
It's
no,
pop.
Pop.
Before it was soda, it was pop.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus,
But,
Jared.
yeah.
What are you, 50 something?
Just about. A couple, like, not even, yeah, like 2
Couple
months.
weeks?
Couple months. 2 months.
You'll be 50.
50. 5 over. Dang. Taking a big trip for that one.
Yeah, thanks for the invite.
You are invited. You know you're invited.
Am I?
Don't give me shit. I've invited. Well,
Yeah, but you're going for like a month. Dude.
Yeah.
I can't
Well, just
take
join
that
me for a
much
couple
time.
of days and then bail. Eric might join me. He might come up for a few days.
Where are you going?
I don't know yet.
Oh, you don't want to put it on blast?
Well,
on
no,
here?
I don't know. I know I'm going
Well,
north.
then how am I supposed to plan for it?
Well, I have a meeting Daddy-ator in
Oh, that's right.
at Yellowstone on the 1st. So yeah, right there, his patch.
Yeah, his patch is right here.
Yeah. But I'll be Wyoming, and then Glacier National Park, and then I think because Crater National Park is gonna be closed for like 4 years.
Why?
They're doing repairs or some shit, so they're closing
what?
it. The walkway down or something. I don't know. And
It takes 4 years. Well, it's government.
It's government. Come on now, dude.
Prevailing wages.
Yeah. So it's gonna be closed for a few years. So I'm like, go there now.
Yeah.
And Zoe's never been there, and there's a book she read when she was a kid, a book or a wolf called Wander, and it's all about a wolf, and it's in the Crater National Park area. So take her there.
Hell yeah.
Long story, but yeah, I don't even know. But that's my idea. I want to go up to Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, and explore there. Maybe meet up with our PNW Adventures in Washington. And then everybody's going to be up at Expo in that point of time. So whoever's up there, yep. There's stickers right there.
Sticker right here.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a bunch of people are going to be up in that area. So I'll maybe just hit people up and see where everybody's going. But
Yeah.
and then cut down. If I don't meet up with anybody, I'll just cut to the coast and come down the coast, go to the beach or something. But I don't know. But you can be anywhere up there. Anyways, but yeah, so I got ice cream at the market in Lone Pine, and it was not cheap. It's like $9 for a thing of ice cream.
You're talking about a tub.
I don't care, dude. It's like $4.99 for a tub of ice cream at Thrift.
Okay, so like a pint or like a tub?
No, like the tub. Yeah, like the
$9 is fair. Inflation, bro.
Oh, I know you're in a small town, but it was like a $9 thing of ice cream. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
I think I bought that and a banana.
This will last me.
I had tortillas too. I wish I had known about the nana.
The
Nanardilla. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I decided I'm just gonna head south, hit that 9 mile
Miners Road.
I think it's called like 9 Mile Road or something like that. I can't remember.
But it's an old Miners Road,
Yeah,
right? Because that's how it was, like a single lane basically.
Yeah, kind of. It's steep and whips all the way up the mountain.
Where Lucas's brakes
went out. Yeah. And then like from up there, like when you're driving, you see these mine where people just cut out little mine shafts in the hillsides and shit like that. Nice. But I got all the way up there and I got to the general store where like the PCT goes through.
Yeah, the one with the Shell station where it's $9 a gallon.
Yeah, it's stupid expensive.
More than your ice cream.
In Kennedy Meadows. Yeah. And there's this huge fucking wrecker out there, like a tow truck on like 45s, you know.
Like a Matt's off-road
recovery, big old crazy beast. And these two guys were, you know, and they're climbing into it and stuff, talking to the lady that works there. And then I was like, they're just setting up the store. Like there's nobody. Usually there's all these through hikers and shit, but it hasn't quite kicked off yet.
It's too early.
In the season. So, but I just talked to them for a little bit, and like I guess those guys were going out. Like, so Kennedy Meadows is still all closed. The pass going over the hills closed. I can't remember the name of it. Fuck, I can't remember the name of the pass, but whatever. And she's like, yeah, I mean, you could try, but you're gonna be like those guys, and they're on their way to pull somebody out who tried to get through, and they're charging them $4,000 to pull their car out.
And you can't leave it either because you'll be fined.
You'll be fined. Yeah, you can't just abandon it. So they're fucked.
$4,000.
$4,000 is what they charge. They're charging for their record to come out and drag you out of there. Not fucking. Don't be that guy.
I need to get into the off-road recovery
for
business.
reals, dude. I'm just gonna park out there and just like
just camp all the time.
I'll do it for $3,000.
I'll do $3,500.
Right.
Save yourself $500. I'll do it right now.
Right now. I'm like, damn, dude. But yeah, I guess
was there too much snow or something?
Yeah, they said there's still snow on the road, and there's still a bunch of down trees and shit. So,
sorry, there was something behind your head that was crawling on the wall.
Ooh, spider?
Yeah, I thought it was.
I had one of those giant, like those big mosquito hawks flying around the other day.
Maybe that's what it was because it's already gone.
Okay,
I don't know.
I hope so. Shit.
Behind you,
get out, dude. It's just right behind you on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Sorry.
Got me tripping, dude. I can feel it.
Better hurry up. Finish your story.
Right. That was that. I just went home now. Yeah. Okay. So I bailed out of there. Went down. Went up. Oh yeah. So I talked to them, and they're you're not getting in, dude. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right, well, she's like, well, you can try down Kennedy Meadows. There's a campground down there. I'm like, all right. I mean, I'm up here. I don't, I'm
you're
just
not turning around.
Yeah, I'll go find a spot to camp, I guess. Went through the campground. It was an all right campground. Nothing special about it. It's kind of mid.
Place to sleep.
Yeah. And there's like nobody there. Oh no, there was like one van, and it looked like he'd been there for a week, kind of situation. Like he was putting in his 14 days and then moving to a different camp spot.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I kept seeing all these like spurs off the main road. And I'm like, I'll just see if I can find some dispersed. If I have to, it's still daylight. If I have to, I'll just peel back and grab a spot here, whatever. And as I'm leaving the campground, there's like a Subaru just kind of pulling in, and they stop like they're going to turn around right there at the entrance. And there was a couple, and or I think I can't. Maybe they said hi first, or I don't remember who said hi first. But basically, it turned out that they were locals in the area, and they're just out for a drive.
Oh.
They're like, yeah, we're just getting out for a drive. We live right down the road here, and we just want to go see if.
Oh yeah, you told me about
yeah,
that.
they wanted to see if the pass was open yet, and it wasn't. So they're just out driving, and I'm like, oh cool, yeah. I'm just trying to looking to see if I can find a place to camp for the night. I'm like, you guys know any cool spots, like any like dispersed anywhere where I could just set up? They're like, oh yeah. Follow us. We know of like 3 good spots. I'm like, okay, cool. So I just followed them down the road, and they showed me a couple little spurs. And they're like, oh, yeah, this one will take you right down to the river. And this one, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. And then they just took off. So I checked like 2 of them. And like the first one was like not bad, but it was like kind of like on a hill. There wasn't, like flat ground to level out on. And then the second one I went to, and like I literally like pulled my truck like maybe 5 feet from the water.
Dude, that's dope.
It was just like, I'm like right here. I'm like, oh,
That's sick.
Just good little river, little stream rolling. It was a kern just flowing by. So I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Right here is perfect. I'm just going to camp here tonight. The weather up there was perfect. It was like in the 70s during the day. I was just like, oh, I could have just kicked it there. Like I was like, I wish I had my hammock. I just set up a chair. Like Daisy was having a blast, just going in and out of the water. It was rad.
Dude, yeah, we got to go back there.
It was a rad spot, and like you could fit a good amount of vehicles in that.
Is it hard to get back there?
No,
I mean,
not
could
at
my
all.
Porsche do it?
Oh, easy.
Okay.
Yeah, easy. There's like maybe like 2 little air sections that were a little off camber, but whatever. Yeah, you could get back there. It wasn't anything crazy.
Subaru did it, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. You'd be
good.
fine. Yeah. Yeah. There's like a little rock fire ring. Somebody had set up a fire at or something.
Well, let's go check it out.
Yeah. No, I got a pin on it. It's pretty easy to find, so it was a good spot. Yeah, my meals weren't quite as fancy as yours. I think I did a chicken quesadilla one night, and then I did my little pizza oven pizzas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about your oven the other night.
Oh yeah.
The other day. Forgot what we were.
I love that
talking
thing,
to.
dude.
Yeah. We were talking about like an oven setup. Because
you go.
somebody's gonna get one, but it's like a special one or something. I can't remember who I was talking to.
Nah, this thing's fucking rad because compact, packs down
Yeah,
super
it's a
small.
Coleman, right?
It's basically the exact same idea. It's a different brand. I don't know what it is, but the same idea. The little Coleman pack and go fold up stoves.
Yeah, gotcha.
P&W Adventures. I think they have the exact same one I have. It looks like they do it in their video all the time.
Is it like a Camp Chef brand or who makes it?
I don't even I don't know. I got it on Amazon.
Amazon brand.
Yeah, it was like
Amazon Basics.
yeah, probably. It was like $40 or something. It wasn't expensive at all.
It's got to be Amazon Basics.
Yeah, you just put on a little 1-burner stove and done, man. Yeah,
Hell
no,
yeah.
it was rad. Yeah, so I didn't eat anything fancy like you did. But I almost contemplated staying there a second night because I'm just like it's super peaceful. I haven't seen anybody. Nobody's up there. I'm just like birds.
How many
chirping.
rigs can fit in this spot?
In that actual spot? Like there's almost tiered, but like right down where I was, you could probably fit 2.
Okay.
And then right above that, there's like another tier, and like you could like throw a baseball at each other kind of thing, not far away.
What, another 2 rigs? Or?
Yeah, another 2 there and stuff like that. Or as far as for level ground, you can fit more, but level
spider.
Oh, you scared the fucking shit out of me.
No,
bro.
I saw it. It just came out from behind your picture.
Like jump on me or some shit. He just points with his big eyes like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's the spider.
Oh,
I
dude,
knew I
it's
saw something. I'm
little,
not crazy.
dude. Jesus, I was expecting some big ass thing. It's
No,
like the
but
size
it's
of my
like,
fingernail.
it's like this black dot moving on a
I know,
wall.
okay.
You're like, ah! Yeah, anyways.
Oh, God.
House
damn.
spider.
Anyways, yeah. Now that my heart's fucking stopped. Yeah, so I was gonna stay there another night because it was actually like I'm like, this is peaceful, dude. I'm just like chilling, dude.
Yeah.
Me and the dog just lounging. It started like it was like sunny, kind of clearish skies, but there was like this drizzle.
Weird.
Like I don't know if like have you been like in
Misty?
Yeah, it was like misty almost.
Were you in the clouds? Is that why?
And maybe, but it didn't feel like it because there weren't like really clouds around. It's like in Hawaii how it just has that humidity where it's still warm and like, but it still kind of rains on you. So I almost like I'm like this is pretty rad, but like for whatever reason I could not for the life of me get my Starlink to work. It was driving me fucking crazy.
Gotta have the internet.
Gotta have internet. I'm out in the wild, but no, like there's something I was trying to do. I can't remember what it was, but like it was pissing me off, and I'm like, I knew I could get it to work, but I'd have to move the vehicle. And if I'm going to move the vehicle, I'm like, let's go find a new spot. I'm like, I'm just whatever. I got nothing else to do. So, oh, that's right. I was trying to pull up Starlink so I could look at my maps so I could actually find somewhere else to go.
Oh, okay.
And I couldn't get it to open. So I was like, son of a bitch.
So you just said, I'm going.
I'm just going to pack up and drive and see where I find. So I found I can't remember what it was, the name of the area, really close up there. Like basically you start heading back down the 9 mile and towards the 395. And then there's like another road you take off and takes you to like some other campground.
But that's more the desert, isn't it?
No, you're still high elevation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was like, it wasn't that far down that road. It was like maybe a mile down the road. I can't remember the name of the campground. But anyway, so like I go through this area. It's kind of like a burn area, which is kind of a bummer, but it drops you down into like this valley. And it's another designated campground area. But it was really cool because like you're still up in the pines a bit, but they're really spread out.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's campsites are like 100 yards apart, each one. And then there's like between, kind of like how you had it between each one, there's like a vault toilet kind of thing that you guys would share. But there's not a soul up there. Like the whole drive down, driving through all the campgrounds, down the dirt road, I explored, did some exploring, didn't see a single soul the whole time out there. So I'm like, you know what, screw it. It's a campground. It was nice. Had a nice little, wooden picnic table right on another little creek rolling through, some trees for some shade, flat ground. I'm like, I don't give a shit. It was fucking rad. So I set up camp there. I'm like, I'm just going to, I thought about it. I'm like, I think I got in there pretty early. It was like probably like 1 o'clock, which is early for me ever getting to any kind of camp.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just going to have some lunch, think about it, see if I want to move on. And I was just like, you know what, screw it. I'm kind of tired of driving. I'm just kind of like, this is a nice spot. I'm just going to relax. So just relaxing, and then me and Daisy were just kind of like, let's just go for a hike and stuff like that. So just, doing some exploring through the bush and stuff like that. Not too far from my campsite. Now, mind you, there's nothing out here. We're just in the shrub and bush and stuff, pine trees everywhere, all this stuff, right? I catch it in the corner of my eye, I see something like this white. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, oh, okay. And it looks like, oh, it's a book. Somebody dropped a book. Go over there. It's a Bible. In the middle of the woods, just chilling.
Okay.
It was a little weird. Kind of creeped me out a little bit. Like, why? Like, how the Bible?
The Lord was trying to tell you something, Jared.
Are they doing sacrifices out here?
Or they're doing some missionary.
Maybe, but there's no people, and it's not in a spot where like it's not like it wasn't on a hiking trail. It wasn't a path. It wasn't a clearing. It was just in a bush. There was just a Bible chilling there. A nice one too, leather bound, all this stuff. But it'd been out there for a little while.
Why was it white?
Just because it was open. And so I could just see the pages. And it was like, I took a picture of the page it was on. It was like John 3:16 or something.
That's just the only verse you know.
That's the only one I know. But I took a picture of it. But I think it was on that one.
No, maybe it was Austin 3:16.
Yeah. I don't know. But I took a picture of the page just because like I thought it was interesting. That it was actually opened up to a page. I should like look it up and see what it says about, But
Did you take a picture of it?
Yeah.
Did you look up the verse that was on
No, I didn't.
You should. Maybe the Lord was trying to tell you something, Jared.
The sign, right?
Maybe it said like, go home.
Yeah, get out now.
Get
well, I
outta
thought
here.
about it. I'm like, shit, what do I do? Like, so I picked up the book. I'm like, do I just leave the book here? It's a nice book. Somebody left it. I'm like, but I don't, maybe it's some bad juju if I move it. So I just
It's a Bible, man.
I know.
It's meant for people. It's supposed to be shared.
But why would somebody leave it out there?
Because they wanted somebody to find it like you.
So I should have brought
But
it
you
home.
need it.
I left it, put it in your seat. It's under your seat right now.
Under this seat?
Yeah, you're sitting on. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm like, no.
I don't know. So I didn't take it. It was weird. I don't want to mess with somebody else's Bible. No. There's no name.
That was your chance.
I know. I took a little video of it. I made a little YouTube video of it, but then took some pictures. But yeah, I was just like, it's kind of odd. It's kind of odd, but I don't know. I got over it quick.
Okay. So what
Ended up camping. Just went back to camp, made some dinner, relaxed in.
Some gourmet food.
Some super gourmet.
Super
I think that night I did a grilled cheese. I did a good grilled
tomato soup.
tomato tomato basil soup with a
basil.
grilled cheese sandwich on a artisan sourdough bread with Havate cheese and butter.
Oh man, that doesn't sound terrible.
It wasn't terrible. It was very delicious. On a nice. It was cold too. It was like in the 30s, so it was nice, warm. Oh yeah, it was pretty good. And I just watched a movie with Daisy in the camper. It was pretty nice.
Because you can just watch movies in the camper, you know.
Yeah.
I'm on a tent cot.
In a tent cot. We were just cozied up, and
thinking about dying from a mountain lion attack.
I had some ice cream afterwards, and it was perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. And then I think I ended up just calling it short. We drove back down the hill, did some more exploring, just do some random trails, just checking things out in the area. And then just like, I'm only like 4 hours from home. I could just, I still got another
Go
night.
home, take a shower.
Yeah, I'm like, it's been 3 nights. I'm like, I could go down Lytle Creek or something, or just go find some other area. But I'm like, it's been a fun trip. I'm just going to call it, put a pin in it, and get home a little bit early and unpack and all that. So yeah, it was good.
Sometimes it's good just to go home and remember the good times, because if something bad happened, then
don't push my luck,
and then and
waste more.
You're by
gas.
yourself.
Yeah. I turned nothing into something, so I had a good time, and it was just nice just being, not seeing people, just being by myself, for a while. It was kind of cool.
Right on.
Got to see some new areas and stuff. So yeah, no, it was worth it.
Right on, dude. Yeah. Well, glad you had fun.
Yeah. I think I'll do White Rim Trail.
White Rim Trail.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my beer's out. Your beer's out.
My beer's out.
I think that's the end of the episode.
Time to go. No.
I gotta go wash my car.
Are you?
I got that drive. I have to wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Damn, boy.
Leave my house at 6:30. Meet up with the boys at 7. Drive to Angeles Crest.
Yeah.
Before 9.
Busy day.
Might even see some, Instagram celebrities up at the top of the hill.
Some cool people, huh?
There's always, dude. Here's the thing. Everybody's like, let's go to Angeles Crest. I'm like, why? There's so many cops.
Yeah.
B, no one knows how to drive. And I always get stuck behind some idiot going 10 miles an hour in a 25, 35 mile an hour area. Yeah. And then
you get little bursts of where you can drive.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a mini club run, but I don't have a mini anymore.
Sneaking in.
But yeah, I'm sneaking in, and my other buddy, so here's how I'm sneaking in. So I'm not sneaking in. The club president, I guess you could call him, Roger, who started it. He's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, no, just come, just bring your 911. I was like, all right, cool. So I have a couple other guys with 911s, and we're gonna go up there. But one of the guys, he's got multiple cars, really cool. But one of them's a Mini Cooper. So that's how we're kind of like. He's never done a Mini Cooper run. He's trying to introducing him. But then me and Frank are bringing our 911s. Devin has a 911. He actually has the Holy Grail. He's got a 997 GT3.
Ooh,
that's all tricked out. Yeah. And but he's not bringing it. He's bringing his little Mini Cooper.
Because it's a Mini Cooper run.
Yeah, dude.
Not a Porsche run.
Yeah, and he just like tuned it and did all this work on it, so he's all excited to drive it. So, and here's the other cool thing. So I am getting my new coilovers put on Sunday after the run. So I'll have a good baseline of how it performs. And then we're going to install the coilovers and, lower it and do all that stuff and then see how it runs, after.
Oh, very nice.
So anyways, this is not a 911 podcast. This is a Overland podcast. Camping podcast.
Something.
Overland's got a dirty name now.
Dude, I'm a little bummed.
People are haters, dude.
They've always been haters. But I've noticed there's all these people now, it's just sensationalism, because they're all the YouTube videos are is Overland dead? And it's, and don't get ripped off with Overland trend. Everything
Overland
negative.
tax.
Well, it's always been
so
a thing,
negative.
But everybody's because it's just clickbait bullshit. People are oh, what? Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I just see more negative, content towards it lately.
Oh, there's been negative content
forever.
For not.
Well, it was forever, but guys,
it became popular to make fun of the Overlanders, because they're like, oh, they're all about the gear. Your truck's so heavy.
True, they overdo
you always
a lot
take
of
the
them.
bypass. I mean, it's basically a lot of people that were like the original rock crawlers.
Yeah,
that talk all the trash.
Yeah.
which is fine. I mean, I don't
It's
care.
all fun.
Like,
You know what I mean? I don't give a shit. Yeah.
You know, that their thing is totally different than ours. And
Yeah, I'm going to do what I want to do.
They're not having carpaccio and nopales.
Yeah, suck it.
In the middle of this like gorgeous view.
Yeah, enjoy your can of beans.
Yeah, because you don't have a fridge. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah. I've done ice life. It's
I know. Honestly.
But if that's what you got, that's what you got.
Just
Who cares?
But yeah, no, there's a lot of hate. But here's the one thing. Matt Kester, Secondhand Overland.
Yeah.
He put out a video kind of talking about how overlanding, the American overlanding is different than what overlanding American really was.
Yeah.
Right?
It's more
in Australia
in a sense.
Yeah. Like they were forced to actually overland. We're over here just faking it.
Yeah.
He calls it
cosplay.
Vehicular cosplay.
Yeah.
Which it's very clever and funny and 100% right. But here's the sense I'm getting. And it's kind of ironic because everybody's on their way to Expo right now.
Yeah, this weekend.
In Flagstaff.
They're there right now, yeah.
I used to love and look forward to Expo. Yeah. We talked about it all the time.
And if you've never been, definitely go.
Yeah, definitely. But when you've been so many times, and also I remember it, I think my first Expo was 2017 when I got my Tacoma. And I went out with Alex, and we went out there. And that was an amazing trip. It was real small. Yeah. It was like small vendors and businesses just getting started up. Now, it's literally has become the LA Auto Show.
Yeah.
Because you have Toyota with a huge, not just a booth. We're talking like a
presence.
Whole section.
Yeah.
Then you have Jeep, Chrysler, Ram with all their section.
Ford and whoever's,
and Ford's out there. It's like
the Bronco experience.
Literally has become a LA Auto Show plus some camping gear.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I've already seen everything. I'm actually slimming down my gear.
Yeah.
I have a ton of gear that I just.
I mean, don't get us wrong. We're not talking down on it as far as like.
It's just different from what I originally remember it.
Yeah.
And you remember the good times.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I think that's what it is for me, at least. It's like, it's not what it originally was for me.
Yeah.
It's just different. I didn't say it was worse.
No.
In my eyes, it's not what I prefer, but somebody may actually prefer it because there's more reach when you have like those big booths because there is more money for advertising. And they just this year, they had the Southern California Expo.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And that's new. And so like they're reaching new audiences. They're reaching a new group of people, but I'm part of the OG clan, and it's just not the same. And
it's a different vibe a little bit. And you've been there, done that kind of thing. I mean, it's rad because like you get to see friends that are there. That's the only reason why I go to them now. It's just because I'm not looking to buy any more product or anything like that.
No.
But I mean,
nobody's
if you're trying to get it in, if you're trying to get into the Overland,
it's a great way to go out and see stuff.
See the product, because you see everything online. It's hard to tell what it is or what you like or how it functions.
They'll demo it. They'll show it.
So it's a good way to get out there and get your hands on stuff and see what you want. Find some good deals, even to be honest.
Yeah.
But
like I said, not talking trash. Just not my thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure people understand we're not talking down on it that much, but it's just not our thing.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit maybe, but yeah.
So yeah.
But yeah, they're all out there right now. Yeah.
Everyone is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Little FOMO every once in a while because I always see everybody going.
Neil's out there.
A lot of
Neil
people
ski driving out there. I was like, oh man, I remember those days where like, hey, let's all meet up in the Banning.
Or
and then we'll go out and we'll take the drive, and we always had
like so much fun though.
Every year we had a specific drive.
Yep.
Different camp spots. So many good times out there, man. Like I remember a lot of the memories, like Chef Jeff, Lucas, Allie. That's how first time I actually met Allie in person. She came out to Expo.
Yeah.
Just a lot of good people.
Yeah, I had a lot of good times doing all that stuff. I mean, I almost rather go there, but not have to go to Expo and feel all the crowds.
Yeah, I don't want to go to Expo. I just want to hang out with all the people.
Yep. That's why I'm like open when I go up north, Pacific Northwest. It's right during the PNW Expo. I'll meet everybody afterwards.
Yeah,
once they're all leaving, because everybody goes up there, does the expo, then bails and turns it into a trip. So just do the same. I'll just meet up with them after.
Yep. Cool. All right. Well, I'm done.
Yeah.
I gotta go home. Gotta go wash the car.
No, yeah, that's right. Yep.
Gotta go eat and then wash the car.
Yes, food.
I'm hungry.
Starving. Talking about all this good food at camp, man.
I like your koozie, by the way. I was looking at that. I was like, what the hell?
Oh, shit.
It's like some fur skin, like
It's a leather koozie, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that thing's dope.
Yeah, a friend gave it to me.
Good friend.
Yeah. She gave me that bottle of whiskey too.
She?
Yeah. Yeah. She lives out in Texas, Christy. Shout out.
Oh. Right on, man.
Hooked me up with a
Cool.
fur koozie from Texas.
Furkoozie.
Fur koozie to go with my banana dilla.
Nannerdilla.
Nanadilla.
Nannerdilla.
I'm gonna have to try those.
Yeah, dude. You can even crush up the banana with like a fork in
there you
it.
go. Just mush
and
it up a
then
little more.
butter
Get the
it.
paste almost. Oh,
Butter on the outside too, so crisp it.
butter on the inside, butter on the outside. All right.
All right. Hey, hashtag Nannerdilla.
Nanardilla.
Yeah, do it.
Sorry we're not as constant. We'll try and get them when we can. If we get a cool guest, we'll throw one out. Otherwise,
Yeah, if you want to be a guest and you're in the Menifee area, hit us up. SoCal, you know.
And then I'm taking a trip, like we were talking about. I'm leaving end of June through beginning of July. Hit me up for some cool spots. Anybody got some recommendations?
Yep. Don't hit me up. I'm not going.
Ben's not going. Fucking no. Join me.
I can't take off that much time.
I know.
We'll talk about it later. I
We'll
would
talk
like to
about it
go.
after. But all right, everybody. Thank you for hanging with us, and we'll try and catch you again hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon. We'll make it happen.
We'll
figure it
we'll
out.
figure
I
it
had
out.
fun. I feel like I was back
It's
in
hard
my
because
old groove.
it's been so long. Like we were even like, dude, I don't remember how to work this soundboard and like what are we doing? Like, and once you get into it, it's like, oh, yeah, that's why.
Yeah, we're picking up where we left off. I just wish we had more guests so it can be more interesting, more than our stories and just listening to us.
Yeah, and you guys don't want to just hear our stories all the time. And then like that's why
Come on and tell your
we
stories.
want to have some guests, and like we've invited people and they flake, and it's just like it gets tiring asking people.
It's hard scheduling. It's basically Friday nights we record.
and we're in person usually.
And we're in person because it's so much better. I mean, we could open it up to the
Call
online
in
stuff,
and
but
video.
it's just not as good.
Conference. It's just not as fun, and the vibe's weird and different. So we like to do it in person, but we'll see. We'll
All
see
right.
what we can do.
Have a good one.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.